Yes, students, in this video, we will discuss the costing question paper for September 2025 exams. I would be discussing both the multiple choice as well as descriptive, but first we will focus on the multiple choice part, guys. That is part 1, which covers only the multiple choice questions. Yes. So the first two questions would be the case scenario based. So under each case scenario, there would be 5 multiple choice questions, guys, of 2 marks each. Yes. But for case scenario question, what I would suggest is first go read the requirements and then we will read the case. Yes. Yes, we'll understand what is the requirement. First one, what is the direct employee or labor cost? Okay. Then what is prime cost? Then the third requirement is what is factory cost? Okay. Then coming to fourth question, what is the cost of goods sold? And the last one is what is the amount of profit? Yes. So we can tell that this question is on cost sheet, guys. Yes, sir. Fine. Please don't read the options. Just read the requirement. Then come back to the case. Let us read the case now. The following information pertains to ABC Limited for the period 1st April 2024 to 31st March 2025. So the data is given for a year, guys. That is financial year 24-25. Okay. First one. Royalty paid for production 7,76,400. Guys, this comes under what? Direct expenses before prime cost. Then amount paid for power and fuel. Considering it as direct expenses incurred in the manufacturing process, that will also come under direct expenses. Sir, what if I don't consider it as incurred for production process? It is incurred in factory indirectly to support my manufacturing. In that case, you can consider it as factory overheads. But here, the power and fuel, we can assume or we can consider that, sir, it depends on how many units are produced. More and more number of units we produce, obviously more and more power and fuel we have to consume. Yes. So can we consider it as direct expenses? Yes. Comes before prime cost. Then packing cost paid for redistribution of finished goods. So redistribution of finished goods, guys. So it will come under what? Selling and distribution overhead. Selling and distribution overhead. Please be careful. This is not primary packing. This is secondary packing because this is for finished goods. At the time of dispatch, this has been done. So we call this as secondary packing, people. Okay. And sir, what is the difference between primary packing and secondary packing? Guys, primary packing is done for each and every unit or each and every product produced. Assume I am manufacturing this pen. I will pack this pen in a box. So that is called primary packing. Now at the time of dispatch this to the customers or the wholesalers, I am packing these pens in a box, in a carton box. In that case, whatever I am doing at the time of dispatch, that is called the secondary packing, which comes under selling and distribution, guys. Or else sometimes customer may request, sir, please do a safety packing and send it. So at the time of dispatch to the customers, if I'm doing any additional packing, that comes under secondary, guys. Okay, fine. Next, repairs and maintenance paid for plant and machinery. So this comes under factory overheads. Whereas sales office building, this comes under selling and distribution overhead, guys. Then insurance premium paid for plant and machinery, where plant and machinery is used in the factory. So this comes under factory overhead. Okay. Next, research and development cost paid for improvement in production process. So this is R&D related to production. So in that case, where should we consider it? Before cost of production. That is after factory cost, but before cost of production, guys. Okay. Depreciation on office building. This comes under general administration overhead or office overheads. Yes. Then salary paid to general manager. Even this comes under the office overhead or general administrative overhead. Okay. Next, salary and bonus paid to sales and marketing staff. This comes under selling and distribution overhead. Then 10th one, received from sale of scrap and waste generated during production. So this we need to deduct, guys. Please be careful. This is not a cost. This is like revenue, miscellaneous income. This will reduce our cost. So before cost of production, we need to deduct it. Before cost of production. Yes, sir. Next, value of stock as on 1st April 2024. That means all these are opening stocks, people. Opening stock. Opening stock of raw material 5 lakh. Opening stock of work in progress 8 lakh 40. Finished goods is not given, so we need to calculate it. Okay. Then value of stock as on 31st March 2025. That means this is closing stock, people. Yeah. Closing stock of raw material is 1 lakh 10,000. Work in progress is 6 lakh 50,000 and finished goods not given. We need to determine it. Okay, let us do it. Other information are as follows. Raw material purchased were 15,000 kgs at 300 per kg. So if I multiply, I will get cost of material purchased. Freight inward paid at 4% of cost of raw material purchase. Guys, freight inward, please be careful. This is a part of cost raw material consumed. Raw material consumed. So raw material purchase is 15,000 into 300. On that, we need to take 4% of freight inward. We need to add it to purchase cost. Okay. Wages paid to the factory workers was 30% of raw material consumed. Okay. Fine. Once we derive raw material consumed, then we can calculate direct wages. Then closing stock of finished goods was 9,90,000 more than opening stock. Okay. The average stock of finished goods was 11,55,000. Okay. Guys, if I assume opening stock as X, then what would be the closing stock? Closing stock would be X plus 9,90,000. Correct? Because closing stock is 9,90,000 more than opening stock. So if I assume opening stock as X, closing stock would be X plus 9,90,000. And average stock, they have given it as 11,55,000. Easy to calculate opening and closing now, sir. Because what is the formula to calculate average stock? Opening stock plus closing stock whole divided by 2. And they have given that as 11,55,000. 11,55,000. Okay. So we can easily calculate opening stock and closing stock of finished goods, which is given as question mark here. They have not given those values, but we can find out. Okay, sir. Sales during the period 1st April to 31st March, that is 1 crore 10 lakh throughout the year. Okay, easy question, guys. Yes, let us do it. So we are supposed to present this information in the cost sheet format. Guys, I don't want you to do the exact cost sheet, but you need to present the data in the format of cost sheet. Got it? Yes. So what are we supposed to calculate? Direct labor cost, prime cost, factory cost, cost of goods sold, and amount of profit. Okay, sir. We will do one by one. So I have done a working. I have done a working for a case scenario MCQs. Yes. So here I have presented all the data in the cost sheet format. See guys, in the exam, you might not have so much time to write like this. So should I write it? No. Because for multiple choice question, you guys need not prove your answer. But at least this part, amount part. Okay. Even if you're using short forms, maybe the last sheet of the answer booklet you can use to work out this. Okay. So you need not write this data completely. But here I have presented it so that you guys can understand it better. And if you want, you can also make a note of this. Okay, give the heading September 2025 costing question paper case scenario 1 and you can just make a note of it. And if you want to make a note of it, please pause the video and take down. Yes, once I finish explaining, once I finish the explanation. Yes, sir. Okay, but for your better understanding, I have given completely here the words, sentence, everything. But I know some of you might feel, so should I write so much in the exam? Will I have so much time? Definitely not, guys, because it is a multiple choice question. Whatever they have asked, you need to just get that figures. Clear. But here, just by adding and deducting, you will not be able to get. So it's better to present it in the sequence of cost sheet. But I'm suggesting you, sir, whatever you have written in the particular, should I write all that? No. For example, opening stock of work in progress, I have written fully. You simply write opening stock O bar S WIP. That's all. Okay, then C bar S WIP. Or even without writing all this, sir, I can manage calculating only in the amounts also. Just by writing it, you guys can do it. But somewhere you might get confused later. So at least for namesake, some short forms you can use. For example, here raw material, opening stock of raw material, like that, raw material consumed. Some short forms you at least use it so that if by chance, if you want to cross verify, it would be easy for you. Whatever amounts you have written. Yes, sure, fine. We'll start with opening stock of raw material is given 5 lakh. Then purchase of raw material is given in the adjustments, guys. 15,000 into 300, 45 lakh, and 4% of that is a freight inward. So means freight 4% of raw material purchased is the freight inward. Okay, means 45 lakh into 4%. Yes, sir. So we'll get 1 lakh 80,000. Then closing stock of raw material will be 1 lakh 10,000, which is already given in the question. This too was given in the adjustments, guys. Accordingly, we have taken. Okay. So what is the raw material consumed? 50 lakh 70,000. And 30% on this will be my direct wages. They have given in the adjustments. So 50 lakh 70,000 into 30% is my direct wages. And this is our first requirement. 15 lakh 21,000. 15 lakh 21,000. Yes, sir. You can see. What is the direct employee cost? 15 lakh 21,000. Yes, sir. We got it. Next, we'll continue. Then direct expenses, royalty paid for production and amount paid for power and fuel is coming under direct expenses. The total is 9,91,600. So we'll get a prime cost of 75,82,600 guys. 75,82,600. So this is the second requirement, right? Yes. 75,82,600. Am I right? Yes, sir. Fine. We'll move forward. Next, factory overhead or work overheads, or we also call it as manufacturing overhead. Repairs and maintenance paid for plant and machinery, take it here. Insurance premium paid for plant and machinery, take it here. Both part of factory overheads. We will get total factory overheads 1,82,520. Then gross works cost we get, add opening WAP and deduct closing WAP. We get works factory cost, or we also call it as net factory cost. Okay. Then research and development cost for improvement in production process. Please be careful. This is R&D related to production process. So take it here. And credit for scrap and waste. That is the sale value or miscellaneous income. Deduct it here. Please be careful. Don't add this. Deduct it. Yes, sir. So we get cost of production 79,52,920. Then opening stock of finished goods and closing stock of finished goods is not given in the question directly. They have given some pattern. Let us calculate it. I have done some working for it. Average stock is equal to opening stock plus closing stock all divided by 2. Yes. So let us assume opening stock is X. So closing stock would be X plus 9,90,000. Okay, sir. All divided by 2. That is equal to average stock how much? Given in the adjustments. 11,55,000. Yes. So multiply this. Take it to the other side. 11,55,000 into 2 will give us 23,10,000 is equal to 2x. X plus x 2x plus 9,90,000. So bring 9,90,000 to the other side and divide it by 2 because that is 2x on the other side, right? Yes. So it will be like this: 23,10,000 minus 9,90,000 whole divided by 2. That will give us x value. So how much is x, guys? 6,60,000, which is nothing but opening stock. Then closing stock would be 6,60,000 plus 9,90,000, which will give us 16,50,000, which is a closing stock. Yes, sir. Both of this is for finished goods, guys. Please be careful. So bring it here. Opening stock of finished goods and closing stock of finished goods. Except this, all other figures are already given in the question, guys. All other figures are already given in the question. For this, they have given some clue or hint. We need to calculate it. Yes, sir. And if you guys remember, we have done all this calculation in the class also. When average stock is given, they would have given some pattern that closing stock and opening stock, how much it is, and or what is the difference between opening stock or closing stock. So we would have calculated it. Okay, fine. Next, cost of goods sold 69,62,920. Okay, sir. And factory cost, I guess they had asked. We will just mark that 79,55,120. The third requirement. I have also given in brackets, guys. It is a requirement like number what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. Yeah, we'll just mark this 75, 55, 120. 75, 55, 120. Option B. Yes. Next, we have calculated cost of goods sold. How much is that? 69,62,920. So 69,62,920. Option C, guys. Option C. Are you seeing? Hello. See here. Look here. Sit straight. Sit straight. Yes, sir. Yeah. What is the amount of profit? Okay, let us do that. Administrative overhead, or else you can give a heading together, that is marketing overhead, both put together. I have given separately here administrative overhead and selling and distribution overhead. Both of this comes under marketing overheads, guys. Yeah. Depreciation on office building and salary paid to general manager both comes under this. So the total is 16,25,500. Then we will calculate selling and distribution overhead. You can show the total here, but not mandatory. Okay, selling and distribution overheads, repairs and maintenance paid for sales office building, salary and bonus paid to sales and marketing staff, then packing cost paid for redistribution of finished goods. That is nothing but secondary packing. Okay, if I add up all these three, 12,91,000 we will get. Add up. Cost of goods sold plus administrative overhead plus selling and distribution overhead. We will get cost of sales 98,79,420. I'm talking about amount. Yeah. 98,79,420. Yes. And they have given the sales in the question, which is 1 crore 10 lakh. Find out the difference between those. That will give us profit, balancing figure. 11 lakh 20,580 guys. This is the fifth requirement. 11 lakh 20,580. 11 lakh 20,580. Option D. Option D. Done with all 5 questions. 10 marks in the pocket. Yes, sir. Fine. I will just show you. If you want to make a note of it, you can just pause the video and take down. Yeah, we'll move forward. Case scenario 2. Here also we'll first read the requirement, people. What is the cost of production and total cost as per absorption costing? Okay. What is the amount of total variable cost? Okay, variable only they're asking. What is the amount of contribution per unit earned at the estimated level of sales? Okay, contribution per unit they're asking. Then what is the break-even sales in rupees? Please be careful, break-even sales can be calculated both in rupees and units, but here they have asked in rupees. What will be the profit if the actual sales are, okay, they're asking profit if the actual sales are 10% less than the estimated sales. Okay, so some changes are there with respect to the sales 10% if there is any change in sales of 10%. Okay, fine. We'll read the case. JMS Limited, a soft drink company, is intending to introduce a new product, that is herbs infused mineral water, to the market. Annual sales of this new product is estimated at 36,000 units annual. Please be careful, per annum, with a selling price of 75 rupees per unit. So can we calculate sales? Yes, 36,000 into 75. The cost estimates for this new product are as follows. Direct material consumed 9,50,000, direct labor cost 5,93,750, manufacturing overhead variable 2,85,000, manufacturing overheads fixed 1,90,000, general and administrative overhead variable 1,42,500, general and administrative overhead fixed 2,13,750, selling and distribution overhead variable 80,750, selling and distribution overhead fixed, which is 64,250. There will be no closing stock of herbs infused mineral water. Okay. On the basis of the above case scenario, you are required to calculate the following. Okay, fine, guys. So here one thing we have to notice, for overheads they have given which is variable, which is fixed and all, because overheads can be either fixed or variable. Whereas for direct material and direct labor, they have not mentioned anything, sir. So what should we consider? Obviously, guys, it will always be variable in nature. Whatever comes below prime cost will always be variable in nature, people. So direct material consumed and direct labor cost, they have not given direct expenses. So these two are variable. Whereas the overheads, partly it is variable, partly it is fixed. Or fine, we will see what are the requirements. First one is, what is the cost of production and total cost as per absorption costing? Important, guys. See, as per absorption costing system, we are supposed to take total manufacturing cost as the cost of production. Whether it is variable or fixed, we don't care. Because under absorption costing, we don't give the breakup of variable and fixed. Manufacturing cost is a manufacturing cost, take it as cost of production. So, what all should we take? Direct material consumed, you just calculate in the calculator itself. So this plus this plus this plus this, that's all, guys. First 4 items, you need to just add it. This will give you cost of production. This will give you cost of production. Okay, sir. Then what is the total cost? Just add up everything. Add all the item. Or else you would have already calculated cost of production. No, if you add up all this 4, please be careful. Manufacturing overhead, both variable as well as fixed, both will come under cost of production. Okay, sir. So this is COP. For COP, add the remaining 4 items. You will get total cost. That's all. Game over. Yeah, I will just show you. I have done a calculation for this. Okay, working even for case scenario 2. This question is actually on marginal and absorption costing, guys. Yeah, first I have taken direct material consumed, direct labor cost, manufacturing overhead, both variable and fixed. We will get 20 lakh 18,750. Then for that we have added all other overheads. That is general and administrative overhead, selling and distribution overhead, both fixed as well as variable. Under absorption costing, we never give a breakup between fixed and variable, guys. That's all. Okay, sir. So these are not like non-manufacturing expenses. So what is the total cost? 25 lakh 20,000. Okay. Let us just choose the option. 20 lakh 18,750, 20 lakh 18,750, and 25 lakh 20,000. Just a minute. Let me mark it in blue. 25 lakh 20, right? Yes. Please be careful. Sometimes there will be two options with the same numbers, especially the first one. Okay, here it is not there, but 20 lakh 18,750, assume it is there in the two options. Then please cross check this part also. Okay, yes. Actually, as soon as you decide this, you can choose the answer because there is no other option with the same amount. Without even calculating this, can we calculate or can we choose the answer, sir? Yes, for this question. But please don't do that because in the exam, I feel somewhere that they might give two options with the same numbers, especially for the beginning one, so that students should get confused on that. Yes, fine. Next, what is the amount of total variable cost? So total variable cost, what should we do? Just add up everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all. All add up all the variable cost. Oh, just a minute. What are the next requirements? We already seen contribution per unit, break-even sales, and profit. Oh, so what do I do is I will prepare under marginal costing this format as income statement. Sales we will take 36,000 into 75, 27 lakh. Then I will add up all the variable cost, all the variable components only. Okay, so which we will get 20 lakh 52,000. This is one of the requirement. Seventh question. Okay, yes, we'll just mark it better. 20 lakh, how much was that? 20 lakh 52,000. Yes, sir. 20 lakh 52,000. Sir, is it mandatory to present like this? See, as they have asked contribution per unit and all. So I have done like this. Even break-even sales and all they have asked. Nothing mandatory. Especially this particulars. Guys, you need not write this and waste your time. If you can do the calculations only, that would be great. Clear. But when you're calculating at the beginning itself, you should know next what you're calculating because you're supposed to calculate contribution per unit. And you know what? How do you calculate contribution? Sir, it is the sales minus variable cost. So I am already ready with contribution. Just divide it by number of units. Got it? Yes. So we have got sales minus variable cost is my contribution 6 lakh 48. That is total. But what is asked in the question is contribution per unit. So what do I do? What is the number of units sold, guys? 36,000. Correct? Huh? Yes. So 6 lakh 48,000 divided by 36,000. We will get 18 rupees. So choose it. 18 is the next one. Okay, so next, total fixed cost also you just reduce it. 4,68,000 you will get. So profit, actually this profit is not asked in the question. I am just showing it 1,80,000. Okay. So they have asked break even sales. But for break even sales, we need PV ratio first. Yes. How do we calculate it? Contribution by sales into 100. We are getting 24%. Then fixed cost divided by PV ratio. So we have total fixed cost 4,68,000 divided by PV ratio, which we have got 24%. So 4,68,000 divided by 24%, we will get 19,50,000. So this is one of the requirement. 19,50,000. Yes, sir. Then the last one is profit. But please be careful, guys. They didn't ask this profit. They didn't ask this profit. Please don't choose it. Have they given that in the option 1,80,000? Ah, thank God they are not given. Because if by chance if they have given, students might choose that only. Yeah, but what they're asking is, what will be the profit if the actual sales are 10% less than the estimated sales? Okay, that means our estimated sales is 27 lakh. If that goes 10% low, then what is the amount of profit they're asking? Guys, see, you can do in two ways. One is you do 27 lakh minus 10%, you will get some amount here. And even variable cost will decrease because when there is a decrease in sales, you are producing less number of units. Obviously, variable cost also will go down because direct variable cost is directly proportional to production or sales. Got it now, people? Because when sales comes down by 10%, that means we are producing 10% less. So automatically even variable cost will go down. So you need to take minus 10% here, minus 10% here. Or else directly, sir, contribution is already known, no sir, minus 10% you. That would be better. 6,48,000 minus 10% will give us 5,83,200. 5,83,200. Yes, sir. From that, reduce fixed cost. Sir, will there be any change in fixed cost? No. Increase or decrease in sales will not affect our fixed cost, guys. So I am taking the same fixed cost. So how much profit do we get? 1,15,200. This is the last requirement. 1,15,200. Hope you understood. Yes, sir. 1,15,200. A. Option A. Option A. Yes, guys. So this is what the working I have done. Actually, especially this one, you need not even present all this data. You can just calculate in the calculator itself. From the numbers given in the question, you can just keep on adding it, guys. You can just calculate this in the calculator. But this, I feel somewhere that you need to take care of presentation and all, because we need contribution, we need to calculate PV ratio, break-even sales and all. Okay, but this data, you need not present it. Roughly calculate the figures and accordingly calculate whatever is the requirement, guys. Hope you got it. Yes. So if by chance, if you guys want to take down this, you can just pause and make a note of it. Yeah, I will move forward. 10 done. Next 11th one. The cost accountant of AQ Limited has provided the following information for investigation of variances. Material cost variance 4,220 favorable, positive. Material usage variance 18,540 adverse, negative. Material yield variance 8,390 favorable, positive. The management accountant is not able to comment on the reason of the variances as information is not sufficient and seeks your help to find out the correct amount of material price variance and mix variance. What is the correct amount of material price variance and mix variance? They're asking. Guys, see, if you try to calculate here the price variance and mix variance through the formula, you will not be able to get it. It is just like a balancing figure. Hope you guys remember, after solving or after calculating the variances, whether it is material or labor or even overhead, we used to do reconciliation. We used to do reconciliation for all the questions. Yes, I will just show you. In the concept book, I had given chart like this, no? Yes, we used to do the reconciliation. Yes. So material cost variance is equal to usage and price. Whereas usage is subdivided into mix and yield. Yes, we need to do just a reconciliation like this, guys. Got it? Yes. Simplest question on actually standard costing. Okay. I have done it here. I am showing it here. Material cost variance 4,220 favorable is given. Divide that into material price variance and usage variance. So usage is given 18,540 adverse. Please be careful, guys. One is favorable, one is adverse. So if I want to find out balancing figure, what should I do? Add up both. Add up both. So you will get 22,760 material price variance, which is a balancing figure. Got it? Yes. And if you want to again cross check it, you do like this. 22,760 minus 18,540 you do. This is positive, this is negative. No, that is why. 22,760 minus 18,540, you will get 4,220. Hope you understood. Yes, sir. So now usage variance is subdivided into mix and yield variance. Yield variance is given as 8,390 favorable. Yes, sir. Now, one is adverse, one is favorable. So what should I do? Add up both, guys. Add up both. You will get the balancing figure. 26,930. 26,930. Just pause for a moment. Cross check. 26,930 is an adverse. This is favorable. So what do you do? 26,930 minus 8,390. You will get adverse 18,540. Got it? Please be careful with the signs, guys. Adverse means negative, favorable means positive. So what is the answer we have got? 22,760 and 26,930. Yes, sir. We'll mark it. 22,760. Yes, price and material mix variance. 26,930 adverse. Yes, sir. D is the answer. D is the answer. Hope you guys got it. It is just about reconciliation, guys, not calculating. Because some students might think, sir, data is not given. Price variance means I want standard price, actual price. We don't have that data. Even, sir, actual quantity is not given. Where same way, material mix variance. Sir, we don't have revised standard quantity and all. How do we calculate it, sir? Guys, don't worry. The question is not by applying the formulas. It is just about reconciliation. Yeah, chal, fine. We'll move forward. Question number 12. A company produces two joint products X and Y using the same type of material. The cost data to produce 200 units of product X and 400 units of product Y are as under. So cost data they have given. Material 80,000, labor 40,000 and fixed overheads 20,000. So that means, can I call this both as variable? Yes. 1,20,000 is a variable cost and 20,000 is a fixed cost, guys. Material and labor, assuming it is direct, okay, this will always be direct. They are variable, okay. Yes. Sales of product X was 200 units at 350 rupees per unit, and product Y was 400 units at 250 per unit. Okay, this is the sales value of joint products. Using the contribution margin method, in what ratio of fixed overheads will be apportioned between product X and product Y? Guys, all these are part of joint cost. We totally have a joint cost of how much? 80,000, 40,000 and 20,000. So it is coming to 1,40,000. But in that, variable is 120 and fixed is 20, sir. So under contribution margin method, guys, we will apportion the variable cost in what ratio? In the ratio of output. That is 200 is to 400. Whereas fixed overheads or fixed cost, we will apportion in the ratio of contribution ratio. That is in the ratio of contribution. How do we get contribution? Sir, sale value minus variable cost. We get contribution. We will use that as a ratio to apportion the fixed cost between joint products. Got it? Yes. First, we will take this 1,20,000. We will split it between product X and Y in 200 and 400 ratio, guys. I have done it here. You can see variable cost for X, how much we will apportion? 1,20,000 into 200 by 600. We will get 40,000. And for Y, balancing figure you can keep, or else you can show the calculation. 1,20,000 into 400 by 600, which is 80,000. 120. 1,20,000. Now let us calculate the contribution for X and Y. Okay, how do we calculate sales first? How do we calculate sales, sir? 200 units into 350 for X, and for Y, 400 units into 250. Okay, so we'll get 70,000 and 1 lakh sale value for X and Y. Then variable cost, whatever we have got here, 40,000 and 80,000, reduce it. We will get contribution 30,000 and 20,000. So we'll simplify it to 3:2. So fixed overhead will be apportioned between the joint products in the ratio of contribution, which is 3:2 people, which is 3:2. Yes, so the answer is option B. For 12th question, the answer is option B. Yes, sir. Yeah, I have done all these calculations already here so that we can save time when I'm explaining, or else the length of the video will become too much. Yes. The management of Y Limited has provided the following information. Opening stock of raw material is 25,000. Closing stock of raw material is 75,000. Can we calculate average stock? Yes. Add up both, divided by 2. 25,000 plus 75,000, we will get 1 lakh, divided by 2. Average stock is 50,000. Okay, so raw material consumed during the year, 7,50,000. What will be the number of days for which average inventory of raw material is to be held by Y Limited? Assume 360 days in a year. Guys, they're asking inventory turnover ratio in days. In days. But we need to calculate first inventory turnover ratio. Yes. So material consumed is already given. You need not calculate it separately. So material consumed is given, divided by average stock, guys. Cost of raw material consumed divided by average stock. We will get inventory turnover ratio, which is 15 times. Then inventory turnover ratio in days, which is 360 days in a year they have given, divided by 15. Whatever 15 we have got here, no, use it as a denominator. We'll get 24 days. So what will be the number of days for which average inventory of raw material is to be held by Y Limited is 24 days, guys. So C is our answer. C is our answer. Yes, sir. Fine. We'll move to question number 14 on process costing. A product passes through process 1 and process 2. Materials issued to process 1 amounted to 1,60,000, wages 70,000 and manufacturing overhead 58,000 were charged to process 1. So all this should be debited in the process account, guys. Cost. Anticipated normal loss was 6% of the input, but they have still not given the inputs. 9,200 units of output were produced and transferred to process 2. There was no opening stock. Okay, the input of raw material issued to process 1 was 10,000 units. Input. Scrap has a realizable value of 10 rupees per unit. What is the value of units transferred to process 2? That is output. So we need not do anything with respect to process 2, guys, only process 1. But whatever is the cost of output for a process 1, right, we need to calculate that. Yes, we can do this calculation by preparing the process account, guys, but that will be time consuming. We can also do it directly. I am showing it here. First, find out what is the normal loss. So total input is 10,000 units. On that 6%, we'll get 600 units. 600 units, normal loss units. Okay. So what is the total cost, guys? 1,60,000 plus 70 plus 58. This is our total cost. Minus scrap value of normal loss units, 600 into 10. 600 into 10. Okay. Then whole divided by total input minus normal loss units. Total inputs minus normal loss units. We will get 9,400. So 2,82,000 is the cost divided by 9,400. If I do this, we will get cost per unit. Got it? Into what is our output? 9,200. So multiply that. We will get cost of output 2,76,000, guys. 2,76,000. See, I have done it in a better way where you can save time. If you want to do it by preparing the process account also, you can do it. But please be careful. There will be an abnormal loss. How much abnormal loss? 10,000 minus 600. So 9,400. But out of that output is only 9,200. That means abnormal loss would be 200. 200 units. But they are not asked anything with respect to abnormal loss. Yeah, but if at all, if you want to tally the units column, there will be abnormal loss of 200 units, guys. And if in case, in this question, they have asked what is the value of output, let me just mark it once, 2,76,000, right? Option A. Sir, what in this question, if they had asked value of abnormal loss, then instead of multiplying with 2,200, 9,200, we will just multiply with 200. We'll get value of abnormal loss. That's all, guys. Similar calculation. Last question under MCQ. PMP Limited manufacture a single product and observes the production overhead at a predetermined rate of 20 rupees per machine hour, not per unit, per machine hour. Means for each and every hour a machine works, we observe 20 rupees. We observe 20 rupees. So it is a predetermined rate, guys. So whenever a company or a company, here it is company only, yeah. Whenever a company is following a predetermined overhead rate to observe the overheads, at the end of the year, they will have either under absorption or over absorption, guys. Because definitely there will be a difference between overhead observed and overhead incurred. Correct? Yes. So at the end of the financial year 24-25, it has been found that actual production overheads incurred was 12 lakh. Okay, actual overhead incurred. It included 80,000 on account of return of obsolete store and 30,000 being wages paid for strike period under an award. Guys, see. So this is like extraordinary item, or we can also consider this as a loss. Okay, that is 80,000 plus 30,000. We get 1,10,000. So was it expected in the ordinary course of business? No, sir. So while setting the predetermined overhead rate, will we consider all these people? No, sir. How will we know that? While we are because predetermined overhead rate will be fixed even before the period start. So we will not have any idea about this at the beginning. Yes, sir. So from the actual overhead incurred, should we deduct both of this? Yes, because these are similar to like extraordinary item, or it is a loss which was not anticipated. So what should we do? Deduct it. So actual fixed overhead is 12 lakh. From that we are reducing the extraordinary item or overhead or loss due to abnormal reason. We can consider it as overhead or even loss due to abnormal reasons. 1,10,000. Okay, sir. So we'll get 10,90,000. Oh, yeah. Next, the actual machine hours worked during the period was 50,000 hours. So for each and every hour machine work, we will observe how much people? 20 rupees. So if I ask you how much overhead is observed, 50,000 into 20. So 50,000 into 20 is overhead observed 10 lakh. So overhead incurred is 10 lakh 90, observed is 10 lakh. That means there is an under absorption of overhead of how much? 90,000. But we will see what they have asked. The production and sales was 20,000 and 18,000 units. Respectively, what will be the amount of under absorbed production overhead to be charged to cost of sales? Cost of sales means how many units we have sold people? Only 18,000. So we need to see how much of under absorption overhead is charged for 18,000 units. Sir, what about the remaining 2,000 units? It is closing stock. That will be charged to the cost of closing stock, but they have not asked that in the question, guys. Okay, fine. I will explain the working here. I have done the calculation. Actual factory overhead 12 lakh. From that, the losses due to abnormal reason or extraordinary items, just remove it. You will get 10,90,000. From that, you reduce what is the actual overhead absorbed. 50,000 hours the machine has worked into for each hour how much we absorb people predetermined overhead rate 20 rupees. So we'll get 10 lakh. So under absorption of overhead is 90,000. Okay. Now, assuming entire thing is due to normal reason, because question is silent, we'll assume it is due to normal reason. Under absorption overhead is due to normal reasons. So we'll calculate supplementary rate. SR stands for supplementary rate. So 90,000 divided by total production, guys, 20,000 units. So we get supplementary rate 4.5. How much are we charging to cost of sales? It is 4.5 into units sold, 18,000, 81,000. Sir, what about the remaining 9,000? Remaining 9,000 is for the 2,000 units, which is a closing stock, guys. So 9,000, that is 90,000 minus 91. Remaining 9,000, we have to charge it to the cost of closing stock. Cost of closing stock. Why so? Because out of 20,000 units produced, only 18,000 units are sold, guys. That means remaining 2,000 will be lying as a closing stock. Hope you guys got it. Clear? But anyway, that is not asked in the question, but I just explained for your better understanding. So 81,000 is our answer. Please be careful, students. In a hurry, they may give 90,000 as an answer. 90,000 is there in the option. Please be careful with it, people. So answer is 81,000. Yes, similar question we have done in the class. Yes, guys. So this is all about the multiple choice question from September 2025 question paper. Guys, easiest question paper. Student, whoever has written the exams in September, they are the luckiest I can consider. Now you guys tell me, if you are answering this question paper, how much marks will you get in MCQs? 30 out of 30? Come on, tell me, 30 out of 30, ah? Yes, sir. Even if by chance here and there, one or two, if you go wrong, guys, easily you can get 26 or 28 marks, guys. You should get 30, but assuming here and there small mistake you have committed in one or two, still you will be able to get 26 or 28 marks. Yes, guys. So this is all about the multiple choice part. Yes, now we will discuss part 2, which are descriptive questions. As usual, guys, question number 1 is compulsory, and out of the remaining 5 questions, you need to answer any 4. And working note should form part of the answer. Yes. Question number 1 has 3 sub questions, A, B, and C. A and B is for 5 marks each, and C is for 4 marks, guys. Total is 14 marks. Yeah. First question is compulsory, so please be careful. Yeah, we will start with A. Sub-question A. RST Limited manufacture a standard line of office desks. The company operates with a monthly manufacturing capacity of 5,000 units. That is the maximum capacity per month. The following data relates to the output and cost of 2 consecutive months of production. Okay, they have given the data for 2 consecutive months, that is April and May. Unit manufactured is 3,000 for April, and for May it is 3,800. Direct material is 15 lakh and 19 lakh. Direct wages 6 lakh, 7 lakh 60. Then factory overheads 3 lakh 50 and 4 lakh 30. Okay, fine. So try to identify whether they are variable or fixed or semi-variable, guys. See, direct material and direct wages, which is a part of prime cost, will always be variable. But you can cross confirm once. How is that, sir? Variable cost per unit will always remain constant, guys. Whereas the total variable cost will vary with the production. Correct? Yes. So you divide 15 lakh by 3,000. You will get 500 per unit. Same thing you do for May also. 19 lakh divided by 3,800. You will get same 500 per unit. That means variable cost per unit is same. Yes, sir. So direct material, we can consider it as variable. Coming to wages, direct wages. So for April, 6 lakh divided by 3,000 you do. You will get 200 per month. Same thing you check for May, 7 lakh 60,000 divided by 3,800. You will get same 200 per unit, guys. So can we consider it as variable cost? Yes, sir. Then coming to factory overheads, guys, overheads can be either variable or fixed or combination of both. So here it is not fixed because the total is varying, because total fixed cost will always remain constant, guys. Yes. So here we can consider it is not a fixed cost. Sir, is it variable? Check it. 3,50,000 divided by 3,000. Then 4,30,000 divided by 3,800 you do. Are you getting per unit cost same? No, it is not same. So it is not variable also. It is not fixed also. Then what, sir? It is semi-variable cost, guys, or semi-fixed cost. So it has both the portions. So when it is a semi-variable cost, can we find out how much is variable portion, how much is fixed portion? Yes. So what is the formula to calculate variable cost per unit? Change in total cost divided by change in output, guys. So change in total cost, we will get 4,30,000 minus 3 lakh 50, 80,000 divided by 3,800 minus 3,000. So it is simply like this. Variable cost per unit is 80,000 divided by 800 guys. You will get 100 rupees per unit. This is variable portion. So take any particular month. Let us take April. From April, take total factory overheads. Remove the variable portion. How much will be the variable portion, sir? 3,000 into 100 rupees per unit. We will get 3 lakh. So remaining is how much? 3 lakh 50 minus 3 lakh variable. We will get 50,000. That is nothing but fixed factory overheads. So fixed factory overheads is 50,000 guys. Yes, sir. Fine. We will see the solution also. I have just explained the steps here. In the month of June, the number of units manufactured will be 4,000 units. However, the prices of direct material will increase by 10%. Okay, whatever is there, 500, it will increase by 10%. So it becomes 550. And direct wages will increase by 15%. So 200 will increase by 15%, guys. So it becomes 230. 230. Okay, per unit. I am talking about per unit. The fixed factory overheads will reduce by 20%. Okay, fixed factory overheads, we got 50,000, right? Yes, that will reduce by 20%, it seems. The company desires to earn a profit of 11% on selling price. Please be careful. Calculate the selling price per desk, that is per unit. So totally how many desks are manufactured in a month? 4,000. In the month of June, when the monthly output is 4,000 units, so this becomes the denominator. Once we calculate total sales, divided by 4,000, guys. That's all. Fine. We will look into the solution. Yes. So direct material, they are shown here per unit calculation. 15 lakh divided by 3,000. I already explained that. So then into 4,000, that is the current month production for June, into 110. Into 110 is nothing but the increase, guys, because there is a 10% increase. Yes, sir. Then direct labor, 6 lakh divided by 3,000. First, they have calculated per unit how much. Into how many units, how many desks are manufactured in June? 4,000. And it has increased by 15%. So they have done into 115. Sir, instead of doing into 115, can we do in plus 15% also? Yes, here also you can do plus 10%. You will get same. Or else alternatively, what you can do is, we have found out here per unit, right? Using April month data or May month data, it will give same per unit data, per unit cost. Okay. So we have got 500 per unit, right? For that you add 10%, you will get 550. Multiply that with units, 550 into 4,000. You will get same amount. Same way. Variable direct wages per unit is how much? In the April or May month, 200. Now it will increase by 15%. That means increased cost is 230 per unit. Multiply that with 4,000 units. You will get same amounts, guys. Alternatively, you can do like this also. Got it? Yes. Fine. So here they have taken 3,000, 3,000 and these figures are actually for April. April data they have taken. Yes, fine. Next, coming to factory overheads, we need to find out what is variable portion, what is fixed portion. So they have given the working here. Variable factory overhead per unit is change in total cost divided by change in output, guys. So that is nothing but 80,000 divided by 800. We will get 100 rupees per unit. This is variable portion. So let us take any particular month, that is April only they have taken. 3,50,000 is the total factory overhead. From that reduce variable portion. This is variable portion, guys. Variable cost. Okay, that is 3,000 units are produced. For each unit, how much? 100 rupees, which we have got here. Okay, yes. So 3,000 into 100, we will get 3 lakh. So 3 lakh minus 3 lakh 50. How much is our fixed factory overheads? 50,000. Sir, why they have taken April only? Can I take May? Even if you take May, it will be same, guys. So here instead of 3,000, it will be 3,800. Okay, but here also the figures will be different. So if you take May, I will tell you, you need to do 4,30,000 minus 3,800 into 100. You will get same 50,000. Same 50,000, guys. Is that clear? Yes, we have done all this in the class already. Yes, fine. Chalo. Okay. So variable. Now for June month, 4,000 into 100. Please be careful. There is no change in the variable portion of the factory overheads, guys. Yes, please be careful. Take into 100 itself. That's all. We will get 4 lakh. Whereas fixed will decrease by 20%. So you can take 50,000 minus 20%. or else into 80%. One and the same. 50,000 into 80%, where we are considering 20% decrease, or else you can also do 50,000 minus 20%, which will give us 40,000. So the total cost is 35 lakh 60,000. Yes, sir. Then profit is not given, but it is told 11% of sales. So can we convert the profit percentage? Yes. So profit percentage on cost would be how much, guys? 11 by 89. You can see here. We can calculate profit like this. So the total cost is 35 lakh 60,000 into 11 by 89. 11 by 89, how do we get it? Guys, we are assuming sales as 100. So profit is 11% of that. So 11 rupees. Whereas the cost would be balancing figure. That is 100 minus 11, 89. Got it? Yes. So the profit percentage on cost would be 11 by 89. So the total cost is 35 lakh 60,000 into 11 by 89 will give us 4 lakh 40,000. So add up both, you will get total sales. Or else, how they have done here like this is, total cost we have got, and we know that sales is how much? Sorry, total cost is 89% of sales, because profit is 11%, right? Yes. So total cost divided by 89% they have done. We got sales, and profit now is a balancing figure. That is sales minus total cost. They have done like that. We can also calculate like this. How I have shown in green color, guys. Is that clear? Both will give you same answer. And I repeat, how did they get that 89%? Simple, guys. Profit percentage on sales is 11%. So how much is cost? Remaining 89%. So they have divided total cost in rupees divided by total cost in percentage. That is 89%. Okay. So number of units or desk in June is 4,000. So divide each other now. That is selling price, that is sales divided by number of units to derive selling price per unit. You can also give a notations. Just a minute. This is like P, this is Q. So this would be P by Q. That's all. Selling price per unit. This is what is asked in the question, guys. Yes, simple question. Next, B. The following information relates to two workers, Ajoy and Bijoy, not Ajay, it is Ajoy, J-O. Okay. Who are engaged in producing the same product by using the same material. Okay. So they are producing same output using same raw material, guys. Okay. Time allowed to make the product is 40 hours. Actual time taken to complete the product is 32 hours and for 30 hours. So can I write time saved here? Time saved by Ajoy is 8 hours. By Bijoy, it is 10 hours. Time saved. Okay. Normal wage rate, same for both, but how much they are not given. Bonus payment plan, also 50% plan for Ajoy, whereas Rowan plan for Bijoy. Okay. That is only for bonus. Whereas basic wages is same for both. Factory overhead recovered 360 rupees per hour for actual time taken by each worker. Okay, that means 360 into 32, 360 into 30, guys. The actual time taken is given here, no? Yes. That is factory overhead. Next, factory cost for the product for each worker, 1,24,800 and 1,24,800. Same. Factory cost is same for both. Okay, sir. Required. Compute the normal hourly wage rate. Okay, it is same for both, but how much we need to calculate. Compute the cost of material used. Even that is same for both, but how much is the question mark? Yes, 5 marks question. Yes, guys. So similar question actually we already done, including administrative overhead. Our question was little lengthy, including administrative overhead. It was there. We used to form an equation and solve it. Yes, sir. But here administrative overhead is not there. Only. So we need to form an equation, guys. Direct material, direct wages plus factory overhead is equal to what? Factory cost. And this is given in the question. We are supposed to calculate this and this. Got it? Yes, sir. So they have assumed let X be the cost of material and Y be the normal rate of wages per hour. Okay. Material is X and Y is the normal rate of wages per hour. Okay. So factory cost of worker Ajoy. I have just written the equation here. Direct material plus direct wages plus factory overhead is equal to factory cost, guys. We need to form an equation for it. So material cost we have assumed to be X. Wages, that is basic wages, would be time taken into hourly rate. Time taken we know for Ajoy is 32 hours. Into hourly rate we don't know. We have assumed it to be Y. Okay, sir. Then coming to bonus. So they are following all say plan. 50% bonus will be given for time saved. So time saved is standard as or time allowed minus actual time taken, guys. So it is 40 time allowed minus time taken is 32. So time saved is 8 hours into rate we don't know. Into rate we don't know. That is y. We are considering it as y. So 8 into 50% means 4 we will get. So 4y, yeah? Yes, sir. It is 4y. Please be careful. R we have assumed to be y. Okay? Yes. So bonus is 4y. Basic wages is 32y. Okay, sir. So total if I calculate, it would be 36y, guys. 36y. Okay. And overhead they have told 360 rupees per each hour worked. So the worker has worked for 32 hours into 360. So we'll get 11,520, guys. 11,520. Yes, sir. Next. So let us form an equation. Okay, now factory cost. Add up all. X plus 36y plus 11,520 is equal to 1,24,800, guys. Okay, sir. So can we take 11,520 to the other side? Yes. So if 11,520 goes to the other side, it becomes minus. You can see here. So equation will be, I repeat the equation. X plus 36y plus 11,520 is equal to 1,24,800. This is the equation. So this, if I take to the other side, it becomes minus. So it would be x plus 36y is equal to 1,24,800 minus 11,520. Yes, we get 1,13,280, which we call it as equation 1. Equation 1. And please be careful, guys. This is already given in the question. Factory cost. Okay. Now let us do for Bijoy. But Bijoy, guys, everything remains same, but the scheme is different. For bonus, please be careful. Material cost is X. Wages is, we are assuming Y for each hour pay. So how much time he has taken? 30. So 30 into Y, 30Y. Okay, coming to bonus, we need to calculate, we need to apply the formula. Okay, so this is time taken divided by time allowed into time saved into time rate, which is Y. Instead of this, sir, can we take time saved here and time taken here? Yeah, you can interchange. We'll get same thing. Okay, sir. This is only the bonus part. Please be careful. Bonus is done separately here. So we are getting 7.5Y. That is bonus element. If I add up both, we will get total wages 37.5Y, guys. Yes, sir. Next, overheads is 360 rupees per hour for each hour worked. So how many hours is worked, guys? 30 hours. So 30 into 360 rupees will give us 10,800. Now add up all this, we will get factory cost. So that is X plus 37Y plus the 10,800 is equal to 1,24,800, which is already given in the question. So can we take this to the other side? It becomes minus. So the equation, the final equation would be X plus 37.5Y is equal to 124,800 minus 10,800. This will give us 1,14,000. That is equation 2. Now let us solve it. I have just written here. They have done directly, but I will write it here. So you can see this is the second equation. I am taking it first. X plus 37Y is equal to 1,14,000. Okay. Then first equation is here. This part. Okay. This one. Yes, I am taking it. So X plus 36Y is equal to 1,13,280. Yes, sir. So subtract equation 1 from equation 2, guys. So what do we get? Okay, we are minusing. So x get cancelled, plus x minus x. Okay. Then 37.5 minus 36, we will get 1.5y is equal to 720, guys. So now take 1.5 to the other side. It becomes denominator. So y is equal to 720 divided by 1.5, which is 480 per hour. The labor rate is 480 rupees, guys. 480. Yeah, they have given, but here they have done directly. That is why I just explained the steps here. Okay. Yes. Chalo. So once we get 480, take any one equation and replace the value of y. Okay. So x plus 36, that is, I guess, equation number 1. Yeah. X plus 36y it was. So y now replace with 480 will give us 1,13,280. So that will help us to get the y x value. X value. Yes, sir. How is it? 36 into 480 you do. You take it to the other side, it becomes minus. So 1,13,280 minus 17,280 will give us x is equal to 36,000. X is nothing but material cost, guys. Material cost. Actually, you can stop it here itself because this is the requirement of the question. Just a minute. They have asked what in the question? Compute the normal hourly rate. We have got it already. Compute the cost of material use. That's all. They have not asked to present any statement, but here they have actually presented a statement. This will consume time, guys. But specifically, is it asked in the question? No, they are not asked it. Whatever we already used, we used X, Y, and all. Now they are presenting with numbers. That's all. Okay, material cost 96,000 each. Direct wages 32,000. Sorry, 32 hours into 480, and here 30 hours into 480. In simple, hours taken or hours worked into hourly rate. Okay, sir. Then bonus, we had already got 6, I guess, 1 second, 6, 4y, and here it is 7.5y. So just multiply 4 into what is the y we have got? 480. So 4 into 480 and 7.5 into 480. That's all. We'll get bonus. And can we show total wages also? Yes, you can show. Yeah. Next, factory overhead, which we already got number. Factory cost is given in the question. That's all, guys. Is that clear? So this you can do it only for cross verification, but you can just check it in the calculator, guys, because in the question they have not asked you to show the statement of factory cost. Clear? Yes. Once you calculate the hourly rate and material cost, you can stop there only. But to cross confirm your answer, you can just check it in your calculator itself. That's all. Yeah. So sub question C, guys. MD Limited has furnished the following information for the month of August 2025. Standard variable overhead rate is 3 rupees per hour. Standard hours per unit of production is 5 hours. Actual output is 15,560 units. Okay, here itself we can calculate. Standard hours per actual output. 5 into 15,560. 5 into 15,560. We get 77,800. I will just write it here. 1 second. 77,800. What is this? Standard hours for actual output, guys. Standard hours for actual output. Yes, sir. Fine. Next, standard data should always be for actual output, guys. Yeah. Next, variable overhead efficiency variance, 11,400 favorable. What is the formula to calculate this, guys? You will be knowing it. Okay, I will quickly go it. I will just tell efficiency, standard hours minus actual hours into standard rate. Correct? Yes, sir. Variable overhead expenditure variance. So what is the formula, guys? Standard rate minus actual rate into actual hours. Yes, sir. Standard fixed overhead rate. Okay, this is 37,000 adverse. Please be careful. Standard fixed overhead rate 2 rupees per hour. Actual fixed overheads 1,85,000 is given. Okay. You are required to calculate actual hours, actual variable overhead rate per hour, variable overhead cost variance, fixed overhead cost variance. Okay. First three data we can calculate by using whatever information is given with respect to variable variances. The last one is fixed part. Fixed overhead cost variance is asked. Okay, sure, easy itself. Yeah. First, we need to calculate actual hours. So try to collect from the given information. In which formula do we use actual hours? Efficiency variance is given in the question, guys. If you check, yes, sir. So in the efficiency variance, do we use actual hours? Yes. What is the formula? Standard hours per actual output minus actual hours worked into standard variable rate per hour. Yes, sir. So standard hours we can calculate. It is given. I already shown you 77,800 we will get. Okay, actual hours we don't know. Keep it as it is. Into standard rate is given in the question, guys. It is 3 rupees. It is 3 rupees. Yes. Now divide. Take this to the other side. It would be 11,400. That is this figure divided by 3. It is 3,800. Please be careful. It is favorable means positive. Yeah, we will get 3,800. So now take 3,800 to the other side. It becomes minus. Okay, and this if you take to the other side, it becomes plus. Yes, sir. So 77,800 minus 3,800, you will get 74,000. That is the actual hours worth. Hope you understood. I repeat the steps. Okay, here directly they have done. Guys, see, standard hours we will get 77,800 minus actual hours into 3. So into 3 is there. We will take it to the other side. So it becomes denominator. So 11,400 divided by 3 will give us 3,800 positive figure because it is favorable. Then take it to the other side, it becomes minus. Actual hours you take to the other side, it becomes plus. So actual hours is equal to 77,800 minus 3,800. It will give us 74,000. Yes, sir. Next, we are supposed to calculate actual variable overhead rate per hour. Okay. How they have done? Variable overhead expenditure variance, which is nothing but standard overhead for actual hours minus actual variable overhead. So standard overhead for actual hours means how much, guys? So take actual overhead, sorry, actual hours into standard rate is 3. Okay. 74,000 is actual hours. So standard overhead for actual hours. Yes. So actual hours is 74,000 into 3. Then actual overhead incurred, we need to calculate it. Yes. That is equal to, they have already given the actual overhead expenditure variance. How much? 37,000 adverse. Adverse means negative, people. Okay, sir. Fine. So 74,000 into 3, you will get 2,22,000. So if this goes to the other side, it becomes plus, and take this also to the other side, it also becomes plus. So actual variable overhead is equal to 2,59,000. How did we get 2,59,000? Sir, 74,000 into 3, we get 2,22,000 plus 37,000 you will get 2,59,000. That is actual variable overhead. But they have asked per hour. Per hour. So 2,59,000 divided by actual hours you do. So they have done it here. 2,59,000 divided by 74,000 hours. You will get 3.5 rupees per hour. If you are comfortable doing like this, you can do. If not, as usual, apply our formula also. You will get same. I have shown it here. You can see. Sir, what is the formula for expenditure variance? Very similar to labor rate variance. Standard rate minus actual rate into actual hours. Correct? Yes, sir. That is equal to 37,000 adverse. They have given in the question. Okay. Standard rate we know 3 rupees. Actual rate we don't know. We will keep it as it is. Into actual hours 74,000 is equal to 37,000 adverse. Okay, sir. So take this to the other side. 74,000 will become a denominator. So 37,000 divided by 74,000, guys. So it is 0.5 negative. 0.5 negative. Okay. As it is negative, let us take it to the other side. It becomes plus. So actual rate also let it come to the opposite side. It becomes plus. So actual rate is equal to 3 plus 0.5. That will give us actual rate 3.5. Hope you understood. You can do like this also. However, you guys are comfortable. You can either follow like this or like this. Okay, now here what they have done is instead of taking like this separately, they have straight away done standard overhead for actual hours. So they have straight away multiplied this. That's all. Then they have also taken actual rate into actual hours, which is nothing but actual variable overhead. Actual variable overhead. It is nothing but actual rate into actual aspects. That's all. Yeah, whichever first strike to your mind, you can go with that way. Next, variable overhead cost variance they have asked. It is simply add up both efficiency variance and expenditure variance. Add up both. We already know both of this, no? Yes. 11,400 favorable plus 37,000 adverse. Please be careful. You need to do net. So that will give us 25,600 adverse, people. Please be careful when one is favorable, one is adverse. You need to do net, guys. Or else for this also. This is the simplest way to get the answer, best way. But sir, can I use the formula also? Yes. This will be little lengthy, but I'm just showing you. Variable overhead cost variance is nothing but standard hours into standard rate minus actual hours into actual rate. In simple, standard overhead minus actual, guys. Yes, sir. So standard hours is 77,800 into 3 minus actual hours 74,000 into actual rate, which we already got 3.5. Take it. Got it? Yes. So 2,33,400 minus 2,59,000. You will get 25,600 adverse, people. Got it? Yes. So this is, we also call it as observed overhead minus actual overhead. Observed minus actual. Yes. But this will be little lengthy. When you already know both, you can just add up both. You can just try to reconcile it. Yeah, fine. Next, fixed overhead cost variance. It is nothing but observed fixed overhead minus actual fixed overheads, guys. So observed is nothing but standard hours into standard rate. Standard hour we already know 77,800 and it remains same for variable as well as fixed. Standard hours will remain same. It will not change. Yes. Into standard rate is 2 rupees per hour minus actual fixed overhead. They only given the question, guys, 1,85,000. Okay, now yes, sir. So you'll get 29,400 adverse fixed overhead cost variance, which is nothing but observed fixed overhead minus actual fixed overhead. Yes, sir. Done with question number 1, guys. Let us move to question number 2. Compulsory question done. Yeah, sub question A. XYZ Highway Toll Plaza Limited operates a toll plaza on a 100-kilometer highway and collects tolls from vehicles passing through the plaza. The company has estimated that every year, okay, please be careful, a total of 60 lakh vehicles, I guess rupees should not come here. Yeah. A total of 60 lakh vehicles, 60% passenger vehicles, 15% heavy commercial vehicles, and rest are buses. Rest are buses means 60 plus 15. You will get 75. Rest is 25% bus guys. We'll be using the highway during 15 years toll collection tenure. Okay, this is the total tenure of the toll. Toll operating and maintenance cost for the month, 30 days in a month are as follows. Okay, which are those? Personal cost, salaries, collection personnel, number of shift 3, number of toll collection personnel per shift 10, salary per day per person 800. Just a minute, we will see what is the requirement, because once we understand, as question is lengthy, better to read requirement first. Calculate the total cost per month, per month for toll plaza. And the other one is, the company aims to achieve a 20% profit margin over total takings. Total takings is nothing but the freight charges, guys. Okay, here it will be not freight, toll charges. Yeah. Calculate the toll rate to be charged for each type of vehicle. Assume a 360 days a year. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Sure. So we are supposed to calculate cost per month, people. So accordingly, in a month, how many days are there? 30 days are there. Okay. So collection personnel, number of shift is 3, number of toll collection personnel per shift is 10, salary per day per person is 800. Okay, so what are we supposed to do? 3 into 10 into 800 into 30, because this is per day per person. Please be careful. Yes, because in a month there are 30 days. Then coming to supervisor, number of shift 2, number of supervisors per shift is 3, salary per day per supervisor is 1200. So in order to calculate per month, how much? What should we do? 2 into 3 into 1200 into 30. Yes, please be careful, guys. This is not given per month. It is given per day. Yes. Security personnel. Shift is 3. Number of security personnel is 10 per shift. Salary per day per security person 500. So same story. 3 into 10 into 500 into 30, guys. Toll plaza manager. Number of shift 2. Number of managers per shift is 1. Salary per day per manager 2000. Okay, again same story, per day per manager. Please be careful with this. Here everywhere it is given per day, per day, per day. But sometimes for one person or for one category of person, they may give per month also. Okay, to confuse students. Yeah. So what are we supposed to do now? 2 into 1 into 2000 into 30, guys. Okay, easy calculation, just multiplication. Other annual cost. Please be careful, guys. They have given annual, but we are supposed to do calculation for month. Okay. Electricity 14 lakh 40,000, telephone and communication cost 2 lakh 40, maintenance cost 60 lakh, depreciation and amortization 12 crore. Okay. Insurance and safety cost 15 lakh, interest expense incurred for servicing term loans is 7 crore 83 lakh 48,000. Okay. What should we do for all this? Divide it by 12, guys. That's all. Divide it by 12. Got it? Yes. Okay. The toll rate per vehicle is to be fixed as under heavy commercial vehicles, 500% of toll rate for passenger vehicle. Okay. So if passenger vehicle is equal to 1, then commercial vehicle will be 5. Okay, let us assume this as X. So this will be 5X. Okay, then bus would be 4X. You can see 400 of toll rate for passenger vehicle. So using this, we can do that equivalent calculations and all, guys. Okay. Required, calculate the total cost per month for toll plaza. Okay, this is easy, guys. Everything they are already given. We need to take care of it. Here we need to multiply to calculate what is the cost per month, that is salary part. Whereas here we need to divide it by 12. Just add up everything. That's all. Game over. First part is done. Next, second part is interesting because we need to do equivalent calculation and all. The company aims to achieve a 20% profit margin over total takings. Total takings is nothing but toll charges here. Calculate the toll rate to be charged for each type of vehicle, guys. Each type of vehicle they are asking. Please be careful. There are 3 categories of vehicle. Yes, sir. Fine, guys. So we will do it. So here they are told Totally 60 lakh vehicles will pass the toll in a year. So per month, how much people? 5 lakh. Yes, I have just done divided by 12. That's all. 5 lakh. Got it? Yeah. Sure. We'll see the answer. Cost statement of cost, that is per month. We are done. Personal cost, that is all the salaries, guys. Collection personnel, 3 into 10 into 800 into 30. I already explained all this. One thing you have to take care is 30 part. That's all. Rest all is given in the question itself. Yes. As it is given per day, we need to multiply everywhere into 30, guys. Okay, sir. Fine. We got it per month salary. Then other cost. Guys, they have straight away shown here. But better what I would suggest is you show in the bracket. Annual cost divided by 12. Annual cost divided by 12. Everything divided by 12. Got it? Yes. Sir, anyway, they have given the cost, no, sir. Can I do like this? Just a minute, guys. It is a 8 marks question. I know what you, sorry, not 8 marks, 10 marks question. I know what you would have got by now. Sir, why simply to present individually? I will add up all this, sir. I will get total annual cost. Can I divide it by 12 and take it there, sir? Yes, this will help you to save time. But guys, it is a 10 marks question. So I would suggest you to present each thing individually. If it was a MCQ and all, we would have done like that itself. Just add the total annual cost, divide it by 12, we will get monthly. But here, please don't do like that. Yeah, present each cost individually. Please be careful, this is per month, guys. But what is given is, in the question is annual. So divide each thing by 12. So we got total cost. This is the first requirement. Next. Total cost is 1 crore 88 lakh. Profit is, they told, they have given some profit pattern which is 20% on toll fee, that is total takings. So the formula would be like this, guys. Cost plus profit is equal to takings, which is nothing but toll charges. So they have told profit is 20% of toll charges. So let us assume toll as 100 or takings as 100. So 100 into 20 will be 20% will be profit 20 rupees, and cost would be how much? 100 minus 20, 80. So what is the profit percentage on cost, people? 20 by 8. Oh. So can we calculate profit like that? Yes, 1 crore 88 lakh into 20 by 80. You'll get profit. Then add up both, you'll get takings. Or else, you can calculate first takings. How is it, sir? Cost is 80% of the takings, right? Yes. So divide the total cost in rupees by cost in percentage. So 1 crore 88 lakh divided by 80%. You'll get takings. Then from takings, you deduct cost, you will get profit as balancing figure. That is what actually they have done. Profit, they have calculated as balancing figure. Either way, you can do it, guys. Either way, you can do it. Okay. So this is the total charge, toll charges to be collected in a month. Okay. Number of vehicles. Guys, this number of vehicles calculations is there. Similar to our room calculation, equivalent rooms calculation we used to do. Correct now? Same way. Okay. Standard, deluxe rooms and all is to be there. Similar calculation. Okay. So total number of vehicles in a month is 5 lakh. Yes. 60 lakh in a year divided by 12. So 5 lakh. In that passenger is 60%. So we are getting 3 lakh. Then heavy commercial is 15%. So 5 lakh into 15%, 75,000. Then bus is remaining 25%. So 60 plus 15 will give us 75. Remaining is 25% bus. Okay. So we'll get 1 lakh 25. You can check the total should be equal to 5 lakh. Okay, sir. And they have told how is the toll charge framed. For passenger vehicle, let us take it as X. So for heavy commercial vehicles, it is 500% of that. So 5X. Whereas for buses, it is 400% of the passenger vehicle, which is 4X. So let us convert everything equivalent to passenger vehicles, guys. Equivalent passenger vehicles. Yes. So how is it, sir? 3 lakh plus 75,000 into 5 plus 1,25,000 into 4. That will give us equivalent passenger vehicles. That is what they have done here. 3 lakh plus 75,000 into 5 plus 1,25,000 into 4. Yes, sir. This will give us what? 11,75,000 equivalent passenger vehicles. Yes, sir. Now divide. What is the total takings? 2 crore 35 lakh divided by 11,75,000. We will get 20 rupees. That 20 rupees is per passenger vehicle, guys. Please be careful. Per passenger vehicle. Okay. So toll rates per passenger vehicle is 20 rupees. Whereas Heavy commercial vehicles into 5 we need to do. Please be careful. This is per passenger vehicle. That is equivalent passenger vehicle. Yes, sir. They have not mentioned, better to write that clearly, guys. Okay. This is nothing but equivalent passenger vehicles, guys. Okay. Fine, sir. Even in process costing, we used to do that equivalent calculation is very similar to that, guys. Yeah, for valuing WAPs. Oh, heavy commercial vehicles 20 into 5 because it is 500% of passenger vehicles. So it is 100. Whereas for bus, it is 400% off. 400% more, I guess. Correct? Yes, sir. So into 4 I will do. 20 into 4. We will get 80. This what is the second requirement. Hope you understood. Yes, sir. So whatever rate format we have put it here, now same thing we are using here to calculate what is the toll rate per each category of vehicles, guys. Yes, sir. Just a minute. Yeah. So you can see 500% of toll rate for passenger vehicle. That is for heavy commercial vehicle. So if I just assume for passenger vehicles, it is like X. So for commercial vehicles, it will be 5X and for bus, it would be 4X, guys. That's all. Similar calculations is done. And similar question we have done in the class. Almost same to same, but only extra requirement here is different types of vehicles are given. I will just show you. You can see this question. Question number 10. What I have solved in the class, you can see even all this salary and all is very similar. Per day it is given. There are number of shift, number of persons and all. Yes. And this is given. Okay. Like this. But only difference here was, sir, here only one category of vehicle was there. Whereas in the question given in the exam for 10 marks, there are 3 different types of vehicles. Okay. So for that, we need to do equivalent calculations, guys. Yes. Sir. Good to go. Next, B. A factory has 3 production departments P1, P2, P3 and 2 service department S1 and S2. Both the service departments are independent and provide services to each other. Following is the detail of expenses of service department. Guys, service departments are giving service to each other means, can we call it as reciprocal services? Reciprocal services? Yes. So we need to use any reciprocal service method. Yes, sir. Okay, so they have given department 1, S1's cost 1,60,000, S2 cost 240, but this will not be the final cost as they are rendering services to each other. A part of their cost will be reapportioned to each other. Yeah. Further, the expenses of department S1 and S2 are apportioned on the following basis. Okay, P1, P2, P3, S1 and S2. Yes, sir. Fine. S1 is giving service. So production departments. Okay, fine. Let me read it. Service department 1 is giving 25% service to P1, 35 to P2, 20 to P3 and 20% to S2. Okay. Then S2 is giving 35, 30, 25 and 10% to S1, guys. Okay. And production department cost, they are not at all given. As per primary distribution, they are not at all given. Yes, sir. You are required to apportion the expenses of department S1 and S2 to production departments P1, P2 and P3 using simultaneous equation method. Okay. Guys, here they have told apportionment, but actually it is reapportionment. From service department, we need to do it for service as well as production department. So it is reapportionment. Oh, using simultaneous equation method, which is one of the reciprocal method, guys. Okay. But please be careful, guys. They are not given production department cost. We need to just reapportion service department cost. That's all to the production departments by forming an equation. Yes, sir. Yeah. The total expenses of 2 service department will be determined as follows. So let us assume service department S1's cost is total cost is S1 itself. Okay. So that will give us how much? 1,60,000. Just a minute. I will show you. S1 cost would be 1,60,000 plus they are receiving 10% service from S2, right? Yes. Whatever is the total cost of S2, we will assume it as S2 itself. Yes. So 10% of S2 will be taken here. Just a minute. Yes, sir. Then coming to S2 cost would be how much? 2,40,000 plus they are receiving 20% service from S1. So whatever is the total cost of S1, 20% of that will be apportioned to whom? Service department 2. Hope you are getting it. Please be careful. I repeat. S1 is receiving 10% service from S2. So whatever is the total cost of S2, 10% of that will be reapportioned to S1. Yes, sir. Same way. S2 is receiving 20% service from S1. S2 is receiving 20% service from S1. So whatever is the total cost of S1, 20% of that will go to S2. Got it? And here they have assumed the total cost of service department 1 as S1 itself and total cost of service department 2 as S2 itself. Okay. The name of the departments itself is the total cost they have assumed. Okay. If you feel that you will get confused, better you can use X, Y, P, Q, something like that, guys. Okay. Instead of S1, S2, because even service department name also is same to same. Okay. But if you're comfortable doing like this, you can do it. No problem. Yes, sir. So S1 total cost would be 1,60,000 plus 0.10. That is 10% of S2. S2 is nothing but the total cost of service department 2, guys. So S2 is equal to 2,40,000 plus 20% of S1. So we have formed an equation. Let us substitute the value. Substitute the value of S1 in S2, guys. Okay. So S2 is equal to 2,40,000 plus 20% of S1. So S1 is we are getting it from here. We are getting it from here. So 1,60,000 plus 10% of S2, guys. Okay, sir. So solve it. 2,40,000 plus 20% into 1,60,000, you will get 32,000. Then 0.20 into 0.1, you will get 0.02 S2. 0.02 S2. Okay, then add up both of this 2,72,000. Now take 0.02 S2 to the other side. So S2 minus 0.0 S2, sorry, 0.02 S2 will give us 0.98 S2, that is equal to 2,72,000. So S2 is equal to 2,72,000 divided by 0.98, guys. Is that clear? Yes, sir. And when S2 is given, it is assumed that it is 1 S2, guys. Yeah. So we'll get the total cost of service department 2 as 2,77,551. Using this, we can calculate S1, guys. You can calculate S1. So S2 we are using in which equation? Here. Okay, substitute the value. 1,60,000 plus 10% of 2,77,551, guys. We will get 1,87,755. That is the total cost of service department 1. Okay, sir. Now, the expenses will be allocated to the production department as under. Better use the word reapportioned. Okay? Yeah. So S1's cost will be apportioned in this ratio, guys. 25, 35, 20 to production department. They have asked only for production department. Actually, S1 cost will also go to S2 also. But they didn't ask that here. Okay, once we calculated the total cost, just show the reapportionment only to production department. That is what is asked. Okay, I will just show you. Just a minute. Just a minute. You can see you are required to apportion expenses of department S1 and S2 production departments P1, P2, P3 using simultaneous equation method. Okay. So whatever is the total S1 cost we have got, you just apportion in this ratio. And for S2, just leave it. You need not do anything. Whereas S2 also, you apportion in this ratio, leave for S1. That we need not present it. But will S1 and S2 also get the amounts equally? So equally in the sense in this percentage? Yes, they will get it. But in this question, it is not asked, guys. Okay, sir. Yeah. So total cost of S1 is 1,87,755 into 25% for P1, 35% for P2, and 20% for P3, guys. Okay. Same way, S2 total cost is 2,77,551 into 35% for P1 into 30% for P2, then into 25% for P3. Okay. And please be careful. If you add up this 3 here, if you add up, sir, will it be equal to this? No, because we have not shown the service department cost, guys. Please be careful. Even here, if you add up all these three, this will not be equal to 2,77,551 because we have left the service departments. You can also see here, even if you just add up the percentage also, you will not get 100%. Yes, fine. Okay. So total we will get P1, P2, P3 is this much, guys. So total cost apportioned to production department is 4 lakh. The total of expenses apportioned to P1, P2 and P3 is 4 lakh. Actually, they have not asked the proper requirement. They have just asked part of the requirement, guys. I will just show you because we have done similar calculations in the class already. Right now, hello, tell yes or no. Yes, sir. You can see here. First, we will form an equation and we will solve. Correct. Similar question. Similar question. Yes, sir. So we first formed an equation and we have calculated what is the total cost. Here actually it is department Q and P. We have given the name as X and Y. Okay. Yes. If you want to refer, I will also tell the question number. Question number 4 in overheads chapter, guys. Yeah. So what we did, once we calculated the total cost of service department, guys, we prepared a table for distribution of overheads. First, we took overhead as per the primary distribution. Yes, for service as well as production department. But in the question, they have given only this for us, whereas this is not given. So obviously we cannot write this for the given question. Have they given this in the question, guys? No, they have not given. Only for service department they have given. Okay. So whatever they had given 4,000 and 2,600, this is nothing but the cost as per primary distribution. Here, as per this question, they had given, just a minute, I will show you. Because I want you to explain the difference so that you not get confused, because in the upcoming exams it can come in any way, guys. Yeah, this is nothing but as per primary distribution, people. Got it? Using this and this percentages, we calculated what is the total cost of service departments after considering the service given by one service department to another service department. We got it. S1 and S2, we got some total cost. Yes, sir. We got it here. Yes. Fine. Yes. So once we get this, what normally we do is this calculation, guys. So we'll take service department cost, that is the total cost what we have got using the equation, and apportion it to service department as well as production department. Correct? So this is the cost of department P. Same way, this is the cost of department Q. We apportioned it to A, B, C production department as well as service department. And at the end of secondary distribution, we call this as secondary distribution. Yes, we'll get the total cost of service department nil nil. Yes, sir, because we have apportioned it fully. Whereas for production department, we get this. And whatever we have calculated in this question, sir, this figure, is it equal to what we have done here? No, people, please be careful. This is missing in the question. So I cannot write this as total overheads. Whatever we have got here, can we write it as total overheads? No, that would be it will be a mistake. Clear? Yes, sir. This only the cost which is reapportioned from service department to production department. That is amounting to 4 lakh. That's all. We don't know what is the overhead cost of production department as per primary distribution. If they had given it and if they had asked us to calculate total overheads, then whatever we have got here, we would have added it to the overhead cost of the production department as per primary distribution. Then we would have got total overheads. Hope you got it. Hope you got it. Yes, sir. And after that, if by chance, if they ask you to calculate any recovery rate or cost per unit and all, we'll just divide this by the number of units or number of hours, guys. Got it? Yes. Anyway, in this question, it was not asked to calculate all this, but I'm just trying to connect and explain, because in the upcoming exams, anything can come, guys. Got it? Yes, sir. Fine. We'll move forward. Question number 3. Okay. 1 second. We'll read the requirement. Then we'll go and read the data. Prepare a statement showing the total cost and per project cost of project management service for each service sectors, that is technology, healthcare and education, using activity based costing approach. So the question is on the activity based costing approach. Previous question was on overheads, that is traditional absorption costing method, whereas this is modern technique. Second one, identify the most profitable sector based on the profitability percentage on the fee charged. Okay, 8 marks question, guys. Okay, fine. A consultancy firm provides project management service in 3 sectors, that is technology, healthcare and education. The project management service covers development and implementation of software for various MIS requirements of its clients. The fees charged per project is as follows. Okay, what are those? Technology 90,000, healthcare 1,20,000 and education 1,10,000. Guys, these are nothing but cost object. That is the product or service which is provided by the consultancy firm. Okay, sir. So we can call this as cost object in simple. Next, the company uses activity-based costing, that is ABC, to allocate its overhead cost for the month of August 2025. The following informations are provided. What are those? So service sectors they are given, number of projects, software development hours, consulting hours, number of client meetings. Guys, you can see none of this information is about cost. So that means these are what? Drivers, what driver? Cost driver. Okay, yes. So this would be a cost driver data, guys. Okay. As soon as you read the information, you should be able to decode it. Overhead cost and activities. Okay. So there are totally four types of activities. Activity management of projects, total cost is 8,10,000. Number of projects is the cost driver. Number of projects means in what ratio? 20 is to 10 is to 10 people. 20 is to 10 is to 10 is the ratio. Okay, sir. Next, consulting service delivery. 4,20,000 is the activity cost. Consulting hours is the cost driver. So ratio, please. 10 is to 7 is to 5. You can simplify. Sorry, consulting hours, right? One second. So 64 is to 56 is to 20 people. I have just removed zeros. You can further simplify it also. But I have just taken 64 is to 56 is to 20. Okay, consulting hours. Next, client interaction and meetings. Activity cost is 6,30,000. Number of client meetings is the cost driver. Client meetings. Yeah, this one. 3 is to 2 is to 4. 3 is to 2 is to 4. Yes, sir. Last one. Administration and support 15,40,000. So the cost driver is software development hours. Software development hours. This one. 10 is to 7 is to 5 people. I just removed zeros. Okay. So 10 is to 5, 7 is to 5. Got it, sir. Okay. Done with the very easy question, guys. Very easy question. Similar calculations we already done number of times, number of questions. Yeah, you're required to prepare a statement showing the total cost and per project cost of project management service for each service sector, technology, healthcare, and education using activity-based costing approach. Identify the most profitable sector based on profitability percentage on fees charged. Guys, see, requirement we would have read it twice. One is before reading the data. Whenever the question is lengthy, I would suggest the student to read the requirement first, then go and read the data. And after reading data, once again you read requirement. Because sometimes students might misinterpret this, guys. They would have asked something and student would have done something. So it's okay. I know you will spend little more time reading it again, but please, it's okay. Once you read the data, again you read it once. Got it? Yes. And whereas if question is small and all, I would suggest straight away go with the straight approach. If it is a small question, you can start reading the data, then you can read the requirement. But when it is lengthy, it is always good to know what is the requirement. That is, what are you supposed to calculate? And then you read the data. Got it? Yes, sir. Fine. Very easy question, guys. First, we have to calculate cost driver rate, which they have done through working note. Yeah. So activity and activity cost, then cost driver basis, the cost driver they have given, and total of cost driver you take. Total of cost drivers. Okay, cost driver is already given in the question individually. We need to just add it up. You just need to add it up. Sir, how to, sir? Guys, come on. Come on. Don't ask me that. How to add it up? So 20 plus 10 plus 10, 40, like this. Okay, 17 plus 5, 22,000 hours. Like this, you need to just add it up. Okay, because we need to take total of cost driver, guys, to calculate cost driver rate. Yeah. Yes. So total activity cost divided by total cost driver. If you do, we will get cost driver rate. So here 8,10,000 divided by 40, we will get 20,250 per project. Same way for others, guys. Same way for others. 4,20,000 is the total activity cost here. Divided by total consulting hours is 14,000. So divide each other. You will get 30 rupees per hour. Then 6,30,000 here, the activity cost divided by number of client meetings 90. So you will get 6,30,000 divided by 90, 7,000 per meeting. Okay. Next, 15,40,000 is activity cost divided by total software development hours 22,000 hours. So you will get 70 rupees per hour. Okay. So using this, we can calculate what is the cost of each cost object. So what is our cost objects? Technology, healthcare, and education, guys. We are supposed to calculate cost for it. Okay. Management of project, first activity. What is the cost per project? 20,250. Multiply that with the cost driver for each individual product. Okay, product is nothing but cost object here. Okay, I will just write it on the top. This is nothing but CO, cost object. Okay, so 20,250 into 20 for technology, into 10 for healthcare and into 10 for education, guys. Clear? Yes, sir. Same way. Consulting service delivery, we have got activity cost driver rate as 30 rupees per hour. Multiply that with individual cost drivers for each cost object. So for technology, it would be 30 rupees into 6,400. For healthcare, 30 into 5,600. For education, 30 into 2,000, 60,000. Then coming to client interaction and meetings. So cost driver rate is 7,000 per meeting. So multiply it with cost driver for each product, guys. So 7,000 into 30 year. Then year 7,000 into 20. Then the last part 7,000 into 40 people. Then administration and support services, 70 rupees is per hour. Multiply with the number of hours for each cost object. 70 into 10,000 is for technology. Then 70 into 7,000 is year. And 70 into 5,000 is year, guys. So we'll get total cost. Add up all four. Just add it up. Okay, sir. So number of projects is given in the question 20, 10, 10. So you will get cost per project. Divide total cost by number of projects. You will get cost per project. Okay. Then fees charge is given in the question itself, guys. 90,000, 1,20,000 and 1,10,000. Here they have considered percentage of fees charge, which is nothing but they have done what? No. Fee by cost they have done into 100. Fee by cost into 100. Fee by cost into 100. But I don't think that is required. This they have not asked. I don't know why they have done it. But anyway, they have asked us to decide based on profitability, guys. So let us calculate profit. How to calculate profit, sir? Fees charged minus cost. So fee per project minus cost will give us profit. So I have written T is equal to S minus R. S is nothing but fees and R is nothing but cost. Okay, sir. Then calculate profitability in percentage, guys. So profit divided by fees into 100. That's all. Okay, so that is nothing but I will explain you. 14,650 is the profit divided by fees 90,000 into 100. You will get 16.28. Do the same thing for the remaining two. Okay, so profitability percentage. That's all. Have they asked anything else? Okay, they have asked education is okay. Which is the most profitable? So percentage where the profit percentage is more, it is for education. So education is the most profitable sector. Got it, people? Yes. That's all. Done with the A requirement. Next, let us move to B. Sub question B. Easy. It was easy question. SM Limited is the manufacturer of two products A and B. The following particulars are extracted from the records of the company. Maximum capacity is 5,000 and 3,500. Okay. Selling price per unit 1,000 and 1,500. Cost per unit. Raw material 20 rupees per kg, 200 and 400 they have given. Wages at 10 rupees per hour, 150 and 100. Direct expenses 200 and 300. Variable overhead 80 and 120. Guys, everything, whatever is given here is variable only. Okay, sir. The total fixed overhead for a product A is 2,50,000 and for product B is 3,50,000. So this is total fixed cost. The company manufacture both the products using the same grade of raw material. The company is facing a constraint of raw material, key factor, which is available in the limited quantity of 1,10,000 kgs only. Okay, you are required to determine the optimum product mix, considering material as the limiting factor to generate maximum profit and calculate the maximum profit. Guys, simplest question for 6 marks. We have done it for 2 products, 3 products and all. We have done it in the class. Yes, sir. Here it is only for 2 products. Very simple question, guys. Yes. Whenever there is a key factor, we need to make it ranking based on what? Contribution per key factor. We need to make it ranking based on what? Contribution per key factor. And what is the key factor here? Raw material in kgs requirement. How do we calculate raw material? Simple, people. Here they have given rupees 20 per kg and cost they have given. So can we calculate what is the raw material requirement for each unit of A and B? A and B is the output. Please be careful. So 200 divided by 20. We will get 10. Yes. So for producing each and every unit of A, we require 10 kg of raw material. Yes, sir. Then B, raw material cost is per unit 400 and per kg raw material is cost is 20 rupees. So if you divide 400 by 20, we will get how much raw material is required to produce each unit of B. So 400 by 20, we will get 20 kgs. Correct, people? 400 divided by 20, we will get 20. Yes, sir, that is 20 kg. So to produce each unit of A, we require 10 kg of raw material, and each unit of B, we require 20 kgs of raw material, people. Hope you got it. Yes, sir. And please be careful, whatever is given here is per unit cost. So what are we supposed to do? First, calculate contribution per unit, then divide it by the raw material requirement. We will get contribution per key factor. I repeat, contribution per unit we need to calculate. How is it, sir? Selling price minus variable cost. We get contribution per unit. Yes, sir. Then divide this by raw material requirement, which is 10 kg and 20 kg. We get the key factor, that is contribution per key factor. Do the ranking as per that. And then decide the sales mix or product mix. Got it? Yes, sir. I tell you, the students who have written in September 2025 is the luckiest students. And most of the students, I have received the messages from most of the students that they have got exemptions. 70, 80, 85, 88, different numbers. But it was the easy, guys. Yes, chalo. And most of these questions we already solved in the class. Okay, similar. May not be same to same, but similar questions. Yeah, chalo. Selling price 1000 and 1500, then less the variable cost, guys. Better give the heading variable cost and then reduce whatever was given in the table. Everything was variable, just deduct all this, put it in the bracket. So you'll get contribution per unit. Okay, then raw material required per unit, I'm naming it as Y. 10 kg and 20 kg, I already shown you how to calculate it. Better you guys also show how to calculate it. Okay, that is 200 by 20 and 400 by 20. Oh. Then we will get contribution per kg of raw material, which is nothing but contribution per key factor. So 370 divided by 10, 37. 580 divided by 20, 29. Okay, ranking. 37 is the highest. So first rank, second rank. First rank, second rank. Yes, sir. For A, what is the maximum demand, people? For A, what is the maximum demand? Capacity 5,000. Produce full. For 5,000, how much raw material we require? Into 10. 50,000 we require here only. Okay, total is 1,10,000 kgs. Out of that, how much is required for A? 5,000 units into for each unit 10 kg. So that means 50,000 kgs. Remaining 60,000 we can use it for B. Remaining 60,000 we can use it for B. But for B, capacity is 3,500 into for each unit we require 20 kgs of raw material. So 3,500 into 20. We require totally 70,000 to produce 3,500 units of raw material output. I repeat, to produce 3,500 units of B, we require totally 70,000 kgs of raw material. How did we get it, sir? 3,500 into 20 kg. But do we have 70,000? No. After using 50,000 kgs for A, we are left with only 60,000. How did we get 60,000? 1,10,000 is the total raw material available minus 50,000, guys. So balancing figure is 60,000. Yeah, sure, we'll see. I will explain it here. So total raw material available is 1,10,000 kgs. First, we will use it to produce product A. Maximum capacity is 5,000. So into 10, that is raw material requirement per unit, we require 50,000. So remaining is how much, people? 60,000. 60,000 kgs. Yes, sir. So even though the capacity of product B is 3,500, we cannot produce it fully. So what do? I have only 60,000 kgs of raw material left for product B. And for each unit of product B, how much raw material is required? 20 kg. So how many units of product B we can manufacture? 3,000. This is output, people. I have given the 18 output. Got it? I repeat. See, guys, out of 1,10,000 kgs, we are using 50,000 kgs to produce product A. Remaining is how much? 60,000. So out of this 60,000, can we produce full units of product B? Not possible. So how many units of product B we need to produce? Check it. So we have 60,000 kgs of raw material available for product B. And for each unit of product B, we require 20 kgs. So how many units of product B we can produce? 3,000. Is that clear? Yes, please. So this is the product mix. What is the product mix, sir? 5,000 is to 3,000. 5,000 is to 3,000. Yes. So they have asked us to calculate profit also now. Yes. So A and B. What is the maximum profit? 5,000 and 3,000 is the product mix. Total contribution, please take this contribution per unit, you go with this one. So multiply 370 with 5000 and 580 with 3000. You will get total contribution. Then deduct fixed cost from it. This is minus fixed cost. They have given it in the question, guys. After the table, fixed cost for product A is 2,50,000, for product B is 3,50,000. So total is 6 lakh. We'll get profit. We'll get profit. Is that clear? Yes, sir. This is what is asked in the question. First, find out the product mix, and then what is the profit at this product mix. Yes, fine, guys. Let us move to next question. Question number 4. Let us read the requirement once. Required, prepare quarter-wise production budget in units and raw material consumption budget in quantity for the next year. So the question is on budget. Last chapter. Calculate the total machine hours including maintenance time required during the year for machine A and machine B to manufacture the product. Yes, sir. Product A1. Okay, A1 is the output. 9 marks question. Yeah. SVS Limited manufactures a single product. Here it looks like AL, but actually it is A1, guys. The company has estimated its quarter-wise sales for the next year as follows. Okay, sales figures they have given for each quarter: 72,000 first quarter, second quarter 90,000, third quarter 99, and fourth quarter 1,08,000. In the beginning of the year, the opening stock of finished goods is 14,400 units, and the company expects to maintain the closing stock of finished goods at 29,400 units at the end of the year. Opening and closing stocks. And please be careful. Opening stock would be for first quarter, whereas closing stock would be for last quarter. The production pattern in each quarter is based on 80% of the sales of the current quarter and 20% of the sales of next quarter. Okay. So that means how much will I produce in first quarter is 72,000 into 80% plus 90,000 into 20%, guys. 80% of current quarter plus 20% of next quarter. This is the production pattern. Okay. Do you feel that same to same thing we have seen somewhere? Yes. The company maintains this 20% of sales of next quarter as closing stock of current quarter. Okay. So what is the closing stock of quarter 1 is 20% of 90,000. Same way, sir, what is the closing stock of second quarter is 99,000 into 20%. Sir, what is the closing stock for Q3? That is quarter 3, 1,08,000 into 20%. Okay, very easy. So all this information was with respect to finished goods, guys. Please be careful. Don't get confused. Okay. Now coming to raw material information. The opening stock of raw material in the beginning of the year is 24,000 kgs and closing stock at the end of the year is required to be maintained at 12,000 kgs. Okay, this is with respect to raw material. Each unit of finished output requires 2 kgs of raw material. Okay. The production time required to produce 1 unit of product A1 is 5 hours. Production time. Okay, this is with respect to hours. During the production, the product uses 2 machines as under. Machine A 2 hours, machine B 3 hours, total is 5 hours. Okay, that is given here. The production time. Okay. But the product is produced using 2 machines, guys. Machine A and machine B. Machine A requires 100 hours of maintenance after a use of 5,000 hours. And machine B requires 100 hours of maintenance after use of 3,000 hours. Okay. Guys, see, the working hours is 5 hours for each unit of product A1. Product A1. Okay, sir. But once machine A work for 5,000 hours, it requires a maintenance for 100 hours. Same way, once machine B work for 3,000 hours, it requires a maintenance for 100 hours. Okay, yes. So for every 5,000 for machine A and for every 3,000 for machine B, we need to do a maintenance for 100 hours each, guys. Got it? Yes. So this part is little interesting. Yeah. Required, we already read it. Once again, I will read it. Prepare quarter-wise production budget in the units and raw materials consumption budget in quantity for the next year. Okay. Calculate the total machine hours including maintenance time required during the year for machine A and machine B to manufacture the product A1. Okay, sir. Fine. Sure, people. We'll see the solution. Yes. So take sales for each quarter, which is already given in the question. Okay. Production is simple, guys. 80% of current quarter and 20% of next quarter. So for quarter 1, it would be 72,000 into 80% plus 90,000 into 20%. That's all. Okay, so they have taken 90%, sorry, 80% and 20% separately. So the total production in Q1 is 75,600. Same way you do for Q2. 80% of 90,000 and 20% of 99,000. So add up both, 91,800. For Q3, it is 80% of 99,000 and 20% of 1,08,000. Okay, sir. Then add up both, 1,08,000. Sorry, 1,08,800. For Q4, we don't have next quarter. We don't have next quarter, but closing stock is given up, people. Yes. So see, here you have to use the concept. Closing stock of the year is given 29,400. Yes. And they've also given the pattern clearly. Closing stock for each quarter is 20% of sales of next quarter. So this is nothing but the closing stock of Q4. Yes, sir. Correct, no, people. Closing stock of the year means the year will end with what quarter? Fourth quarter. Is that clear? So please be careful. This will be the opening stock of first quarter, whereas this is the closing stock of last quarter. That is nothing but for the year. Okay. So they have given the closing stock of Q4, which is nothing but for a year, which is nothing but 20% of next quarter sales. So this is already given. We will straight away take it because next month, next quarter sales is not given in the question, but closing stock is given. We will straight away take it. We will straight away take it, people. Okay. So 29,400 is given in the question, whereas take 80% of 1,08,000. So 80% of 1,08,000 will comes to 86,400 plus closing stock of the year. Add up both, 1,15,800. So the total production during the year would be 3,84,000, guys. 3,84,000. If you want, you can cross check also. Sales is given. For sales, add closing stock of finished goods and add closing stock of finished goods and deduct opening stock of finished goods. So for example, 3,69,000. Just a minute. Plus closing stock is how much, people? You need to add closing stock. Please be careful. So just a minute. How much was the closing sales for a year? 3,69,000 is the sales for a year. Okay. For that, add closing stock. So 3,69,000 plus 29,400 minus opening stock. Minus opening stock. We will get 3,84,000, guys. 3,84,000. Is it matching? Yes. So you can cross check like this. So simple. I repeat. Sales plus closing stock minus opening stock. That will give us production. Okay, we would have formed an equation, no? Sir, opening stock plus production minus closing stock is equal to sales. But in this question, sales is given. So let us reframe this. Sales minus opening stock plus closing stock will give us production. Got it, people? Yes. And this data can also be alternatively calculated in a different way. I will just show you. We would have done this in the class. Similar guys, similar data. Okay, here also same to same pattern. You can see 80% of current quarter, 20% of next quarter, same to same pattern. Yeah, question number 2 in budget chapter. Yeah, what did we do there? Sales, add closing stock minus opening stock. We got production. And opening stock for the year is given, which is nothing but opening stock for first quarter. Yes, sir. Then how do we calculate closing stock, sir? Simple. I have shown here. Closing stock for Q1 is nothing but 20% of 37,500. That is next quarter sales. Q2, what is the closing stock, people? 9,000. How did we get it, sir? Sorry, Q2's closing stock is 8,250. How did we get it? 41,250. That is next quarter sales into 20%. Same way for Q3, next quarter sales into 20%. We will get 9,000. Yes, so you can see here. So closing stock pattern is given 20% of next quarter sales. Yes, so we have calculated the closing stock for first 3 quarters, whereas for last quarter it is given in the question itself. Yeah, and you should know one thing. Opening stock is given in the question, guys. Opening stock will be given in the question. Okay, closing stock we have calculated here. Just form an equation and solve. Sales plus closing stock minus opening stock will give us production. So production will be like a balancing figure. Got it? Yes. And closing stock of Q1 will become opening stock of next quarter. Same way, closing stock of Q2 will become the opening stock of Q3. Same way, closing stock of Q3 will become opening stock for Q4. And for Q4, they have already given the closing stock, that is closing stock for a year. Take that. And numbers are different here, guys. Please be careful. As per this question, I would have taken the numbers. Okay, yes. If you guys also want, you can just refer to that question number in your notebook. You will have an understanding. Yes. Fine? Yes. Sure. So this will give the production. This is the alternate way to calculate. This is the alternate way to calculate. So whichever you guys are comfortable, you can follow this. Follow that way. Yes. I feel if they have just asked only the production, this will be the better way, because this might save your time. Yes. Sure. Next, raw material consumption. Very easy. Guys, in the class, we already solved the question on raw material purchase budget, consumption and all. But here, they have asked only consumption. They don't even ask the purchase budget and all. Even the purchase price also is not given. So it is comparatively easy. So units to be produced for each quarter, we already calculated. Yes. And what is the raw material requirement for each unit of output? 2. Just multiply. That's all. That is the raw material consumption. Just multiply this 2. That's all. Raw material consumption, raw material requirement for each unit of output is given in the question, 2 kgs. Just multiply that with production, you will get consumption. And sir, they have given the opening stock of raw material, closing stock of raw material. Should we use it here? No, guys, because they are not asked how much raw materials to be purchased. If they had asked how much raw material has to be purchased, then we would have calculated, or I would have used opening stock of raw material and closing stock of raw material. But in this question, it is of no use. Okay, sir. Then okay, with respect to machines, guys, we are supposed to do the calculation. Units to be produced. Units to be produced. How much, sir? 3,84,000. 3,84,000 in a year, total production. Yes, 3,84,000. And for each unit of output, we require 2 hours of machine A and 3 hours of machine B. Correct? Totally 5 hours. Multiply. Multiply both people. So how many hours of machine is required for production? 7,68,000 of machine A and 11,52,000 of machine B. Please be careful with this. Okay, sir. And this is for production. And each and every, guys, please listen here. Once machine A work for 5,000 hours, we need to do a maintenance for 100 hours. Correct? I repeat, once machine A work for 5,000 hours, we need to do a maintenance for 100 hours. Okay. But please be careful, this is working hours. This is working hours, excluding my maintenance time. Okay, now I repeat, how did we get it purple? Simple. How many units to be produced? For each unit, how many hours of machine A and machine B is required? So this is like productive hours. Okay. Maintenance time we will calculate now. 7,68,000 divided by 5,000 you do. 5,000. Okay. So that many times maintenance we need to do. For how many hours? Into hundreds. So I repeat, 7,68,000 divided by, so repeat, sorry, I will show you again. 7,68,000 total productive hours divided by, for every 5,000 hours, we need to do maintenance. So divided by 5,000 into 100, because 100 hours of maintenance. Okay, we get 15,360. There is something to be explained here. I will take care of that later. Okay, then coming to machine B. 11,52,000 divided by 3,000 for machine B, because for every 3,000 we need to do 100 hours of maintenance, guys. Okay, into 100 euros, into 100 we will get 38,400. Now add up both. So this is the total machine hours including maintenance, guys. This is what is asked in the question, including maintenance. 7,83,360 and 11,90,400, guys. Hope you understood. Please be careful. As and when machine A worked for 5,000 hours, we need to do a maintenance of 100 hours. Same way, as and when machine B operates for 3,000 hours, we need to do a maintenance of 100 hours. So we need to just divide this hours by 5,000 and 3,000. We will get how many times the maintenance has to be done. Multiply that with 100 hours, guys. Multiply that with 100 hours. But one thing which I would like to highlight here is, guys, see, 7,68,000 is the working hours of machine A. If I divide it by 5,000, we get 153.6. 153.6. So what ICI has done in the suggested answer is they have considered decimal only. So 153.6 into, straight away they have done into 100, which in my opinion is not correct. Which in my opinion is not correct. I will explain that. Okay. Why so? Guys, see, as and when machine A works for 5,000 hours, we will do a maintenance of 100 hours. Correct? Yes. Will we do it proportionately? For example, sir, once machine work for 2,500 hours, will we do 50 hours of maintenance like that? Anything? No, no. Only when machine A complete 5,000 hours, we do the maintenance of 100 hours. Correct? Yes. So when machine A has worked for, please observe carefully. When machine A has worked for 7,65,000 hours, we did a maintenance for 100 hours. Okay. Next maintenance will be when machine completes 7,70,000 hours. Next maintenance will be when machine completes 7,70,000 hours. Correct, people? I repeat. See, machine A, as and when it works for 5,000 hours, we do the maintenance for 100 hours. Right? Yes. So, when machine completes 7,65,000 hours, we would have done the maintenance for 153rd time. 153rd time, we would have done a maintenance. Okay. And when will we do the 154th time maintenance? When machine completes 7,70,000 hours. Correct? Yes, sir. In between, will we do any maintenance? No. In between 5,000, we will not do any maintenance. Then why to consider this decimal? They should have ignored this decimal, in my opinion. Correct? Yes. So when you do 7,68,000 by 5,000, you will get 153.6. But for decimal, we will not do any maintenance. We will do maintenance only when machine completes 5,000 hours. So that means for 7,68,000 hours, we would have done maintenance only for 153 times, guys. 153 times. Correct? Yes, sir. So they should have taken 153 into 100, which is 15,300. 15,300. But anyway, they have taken 0.6 also, considering proportionate maintenance. But do they do the proportionate maintenance, guys? No, it is clearly given in the question. Once machine A completes 5,000 hours, they require a maintenance of 100 hours. Got it? Yes. So every now and then the maintenance will not be done. Only after completing 5,000 hours, maintenance will be done for machine A, guys. Okay. This is the only thing which I observed, where we need to be considering that we are supposed to take 15,300 here and not 15,360. Okay. Sir, if this kind of things comes in the exam, what are we supposed to follow? See, if by chance, if similar question, same question comes in the upcoming exam, you can follow whatever ICA has given. Whatever ICA has given. But logically, if we think, guys, here it should have been 153. 153 into 100, which comes to 15,300. You also just think it once. You will also feel that, yes, what I am thinking is in a right way. Okay, fine. Sir, what about machine B? Machine B, we will get exactly the whole number, guys. So 11,52,000 divided by 3,000, right? Yes, you will get 384. So there is no problem. So 384 into 100, if you do 38,400. There is no problem, guys. Okay, fine. Done with this. Done with this. Yeah. B. 5 marks question. Sundar Limited maintains its cost accounting system on the basis of non-integral system of accounting. The following transactions arose during the month of August 2025. Okay. Material purchased on credit. Okay. What is the requirement? I will just see that. Journalize the above mentioned transaction in cost books maintained on non-integrated system of accounting, guys. Okay. So they have given 5 transactions, 5 marks. Okay. Very easy. Very easy. Material purchased on credit. Guys, under non-integrated accounting system in cost books, whether it is on credit or cash, the entry is same. Stores ledger to cost ledger. Stores ledger to cost ledger. Okay. Material issue. Okay. First, as and when we see, we will just pass the journal entry also. So that, yeah. Sir, is narration required? Better to give it, guys. Whether they have asked it or not. See, sometimes they will tell ignore narration. You can ignore it. But if question is silent, please write the narration. Why? To give a chance to the evaluator. Okay. So the first transaction is stores ledger to cost ledger. Okay, that is stores ledger to cost ledger when the material is purchased. Guys, please be careful whether it is purchased on cash or credit. That entry is same, because cost ledger account replaces both the cash, bank as well as creditors. Got it? Yes, 10,25,000. being material purchased. Yes. Next, material issued to production, which is direct material. So what is the entry, guys? Material is going from stores ledger to, where is the production happening? Factory. Factory account is represented by what? The WAP control account. Manufacturing is happening in WAP control account. Do you remember? Hello. Do you remember where the manufacturing happens? WAP control account. Yes. So material is issued to the production. So it is going from stores to WAP. Debit the receiver, WAP control account, and credit the giver. Who is the giver? Stores ledger. Yes. So material control to, sorry, yeah, they have given some alternate also here. First one, material control to cost ledger, then stores ledger to material control. This is not required, guys. Okay, material control and stores ledger is one and the same itself. This is not required anyway. Okay. So next, material issued for production, WIP control, that is the receiver, to stores ledger. Got it? Yes, sir. Fine. Material issued to production. Next, direct wages allocated to production. Guys, when wages is incurred, the entry is wages control to cost ledger. But here it is allocated to production. Again, production. So who is receiving it? WIP control. Who is giving it? The wages control. So WIP control to wages control, guys. Very simple. Very simple. WIP control to wages control account. Yes, being direct wages charged to production. Yes, sir. Got it, sir. Yes. Factory overhead over absorbed. Factory overhead over absorbed. 2,20,000. Guys, overhead absorbed means. See, just imagine the overhead control account. On the debit side, incurred will be there, and on the credit side, absorbed would be there. Credit side is more, that is absorbed. So that means on the debit side, we need to pass the entry to what? To costing P&L account. Whenever there is an under absorption or over absorption, where do we transfer it, people? To costing P&L account. To costing P&L account. So I repeat, incurred and absorbed. Incurred is on debit side and absorbed is on credit side. Absorbed is more, sir. So on the debit side, we need to pass to costing P&L account. To costing P&L account. So what is the entry? Factory overhead control account debit to costing P&L account, guys. Just I will also show it you. Okay, you can see you. This is like factory overhead control account. I've just used short forms, guys. Don't mind. But you don't write short forms in the exams. Incurred will be debited and absorbed would be credited. Yes, some. Let me write DR and CR also for you guys. Okay. So observed is more. That means credit side is more. So to balance it, what do? We will transfer it to costing P&L account because it is over absorption. Yes, sir. So credit side is more means over absorption. Yes. So where do we transfer the over absorbed amount of overheads? To costing P&L account. What is the entry, guys? Factory overhead control account to costing P&L account. So factory overhead to costing P&L account. 2,20,000, 2,20,000. Got it? Yes. Next, last one. Administrative overhead under absorbed. Reverse the entry. That's all. Under absorbed 1,40,000. Yeah, but I will just explain also. Guys, see, if you understood conceptually, very easy, very easy. So administrative overhead control account. Debit side would be incurred and credit side would be absorbed. So they told under absorbed. That means incurred is more of people. Yes. So absorbed is less. So debit side is more, sir. When debit side is more, on the credit side, the balance figure we need to transfer it to costing P&L account. So what is the entry? Costing P&L account debit to administrative overhead control account, guys. So this is for under absorption because debit side is more, incurred is more than absorbed, guys. Okay. So costing profit and loss account to administrative overhead control account 1,40,000, 1,40,000 being administrative overhead under absorbed. Got it? Yes. I will just show you. We have learned even the journal entries whenever there is an under absorption, over absorption. We have seen the accounting of it as well as the journal entry. I will just show you. You guys also, if you have the book with you, please quickly open it. And wherever you guys require like little detail understanding, or if you want to refer to any books and all, that is concept book or even ICI material or whatever, whichever books you are referring to, please pause the video and go through it, guys. Just a minute. I will show you the journal entries. Yeah. You can see in page number 54, it is there. Yeah. Yes. Or else see, even if I show you, just a minute, in cost accounting system, I am showing here in overheads chapter. If you want me to show the journal entries, Just a minute. Yeah. See what they had asked. Stores ledger to general ledger, or this is also called as cost ledger. Okay. Next, issued to production. WIP, where is that? Issued to production, right? Yeah. WIP to stores ledger. Okay. Straight I will go to under absorption or over absorption. Just a minute. Here. The journal entries. You can see for under absorption and over absorption. I would have explained even in the class along with the ledger formats. Yes, guys. Fine. We'll move forward. And whatever first I showed was with respect to overheads chapter, there we calculate the amount of overheads and adjust it against the goods sold or closing stock and all. Fine. But later what I showed, this is with respect to journal entries in cost accounting system chapter, guys. Yeah, fine. We'll move forward. Question number 5. Sub question A. What is the requirement? Rank the materials and draw a plan of ABC selective control by using the following basis of selective control. 50,000 and above A category, and 15,000 to 50,000 B category. Below 15,000 it is C category. Okay, ABC plan, guys. Okay, what is the given information? We will see. TS Limited is suffering from material deterioration, that is like wastage or loss, and finds that their valuable stock are not properly stored. The company furnishes the following information. Okay. So there are totally 8 materials. Material name is given here. Units are given here, and cost, guys. Cost. Okay. And the costliest materials are here. Please be careful with that. Okay. Storekeeper of the company argues that he has taken proper care in storing 3 types of material named MA, MB, and MC. MA, MB, and MC. This is like cheapest raw material. He has taken extreme care of it. Oh, very good, sir. Very good storekeeper. As they are in bulk in quantity. Okay. So they are bulk in quantity. Guys, you know, C is the cheapest raw material. It costs us only 10%, but how much we use it? 70%. Correct. Yes. So as cost is lower, we will use it more. So that is what is ABC, right? A means costliest raw material. So we will use it only 10%. Whereas for that, we need to invest 70% of our inventory value. B is 2020, whereas C is, sir, it is the cheapest. So we will use maximum 70% of our inventory, whereas the cost of that is 10% of our investment in inventory. Clear? Yes. This is the percentage categorization. Okay, sure. He further argues that only a few units of material Mg and Mh has been deteriorated due to bad weather. Okay. Few units of Mg and Mh, but that are the costliest. Actually, the costliest is Mf. Okay, but when it comes to Mg and Mh also, they are also costly. The management of TS Limited wants to get him aware about value of different items. So rank the materials and draw a plan of ABC, guys. Okay, that is what they're asking. Same to same question. Same to same question we have done in the class from ICI material illustration. Okay, but first we will solve it. Then I will show you that also for your reference. Yeah. Statement of total cost and ranking. Okay. So what are we supposed to do? Take whatever is there given, guys. Units. Okay. So item, material name, and units. Whatever is they have given in the question, copy paste it. And units, just do the total. 1,65,000. Now find out the percentage. Percentage of total units. So 54,105 into, sorry, divided by 1,65,000 into 100. You'll get 32.80. Same way for MB. 32,300 divided by total 1,65,000 into 100. You'll get percentage. So that is how we need to calculate percentage of total units. Just divide individual units by total units into 100, guys. Okay, sir. And total cost is given in the question. Straight away take it and do the total of that. 4,25,000 we are getting. Then percentage of total cost. So individually you calculate. 14,855 divided by total cost 4,25,000 into 100. We get 3.49. 3 point, actually it should be, 1 second, I will just check. 25 divided by 4,25,000 into 100. It should have been 3.50. Okay, but anyway, they have written 3.49. because it comes to 3.495. If third decimal is 5 or more, we need to round off this. So it should have been 3.50, but still you can also accordingly take it. But better would be to write 3.50, guys, because I would have already always told you guys, when you're writing two decimal, if third decimal is 5 or more, always round off the second decimal to next number. Okay, do that even if it is not asked in the question, or even if it is not specifically mentioned, guys. Okay, chalo. Same way for MB, we need to do 12,823 divided by 4,25,000 into 100. We will get 3.02. Same way we need to do for each of the product, guys. This will be definitely time consuming, because sir, this and this we need to do for each of the products. This will be time consuming for sure, guys. Yes, but try to do it quickly, because once you are get used to this calculations, no, tuck, 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 tuck calculations you have to do. Yes, and when you're doing, see, first do this completely, then go for this, because some students might do first MA, then MB, then MC like that. No, first finish this, guys. First calculate units like this, column by column you go. Item material name you'll write, units you write it fully, then you take the total, and then you calculate the percentage of total units. How do you do it? Individual units divided by total into 100. That's all. Then come to the cost. Same way, write cost for all the products, divide all the raw materials, divide it. So calculate the total cost, then divide each individual cost by total into 100. Okay. Now do the ranking. Now do the ranking. The cost list being the one, highest, from highest to lowest, you have to do the ranking. So 1, 2. So you can observe the percentage. Highest should be the first rank, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, guys. So please be careful while you are ranking it. Cross check all the percentages and do it, guys. Yes. Chal, we are done with rank. Now, basis for selective control, 50,000 and above A items, 15,000 to 50,000 that would be B category, and below 15,000 it is C category. Yes. On the basis of a plan of ABC selective control is given below. Okay. Ranking 1, 2, 3 we are taking. So simple, guys. Ranking 1, 2, 3 you can see the cost would be more than 50,000 for sure. Yes. So that comes under A category. Cost is more than 50,000. Yes. So you can see item numbers would be 6, 8, and 7 for that ranking 1, 2, 3. Percentage of total units and cost, percentage of total cost is given. So especially this one you have to be careful, more than 50,000. And even ranking wise, 1, 2, 3. The top 3 costliest raw material we have taken under A category. Okay, sir. So all these are A. If I do the total, percentage of total units of A category is 9.89, and cost wise it is 69.80, guys. So hope you guys remember. Hope you remember the category. Okay, I will just show you. ABC costing, guys. Part of material costing. Second chapter. You can just come there. Yeah. A. Quantity would be 10%, whereas investment value will be 70%. Yes. So almost matching. May not be exactly, but almost matching, you can see. Yeah. So percentage, that is quantity wise we are using 10%, whereas cost wise almost 70%. Yes, sir. Now coming to B category. B category 4 and 5 we are taking, that is in between 15,000 to 50,000. So the product is item number 4 and 5. You can also write the product name here instead of product item. Okay. Yes. 4 and 5 we are taking. The cost you can see is 47,685 and 39,015, which is more than 15,000 but up to 50,000. Okay, sir. So percentages also are mentioned. So you can see 20% is the quantity, 20% is the cost, people. If I just add up both. So this is the B category items. So here you can see 20% quantity, 20% investment value. Yes, sir. C category ranking is 6, 7, 8. The item numbers are 1, 3, and 2. So quantity is this much. The cost is this much. Amount cost in rupees we have taken here. Okay, so you can see everything is less than 15,000. Yes, matching, sir. So total quantity 69.71%, almost 70, and cost you see 9.80, almost 10%. So is it matching? Yes, sir. Near to it. Near to it. Quantity 70% and cost is 10%. Got it, people? Yes, sir. Yeah. See, very simple question, people. Very simple question, but definitely time taking. Definitely time taking because you have to do lot of calculations and place them in the order. And if you guys know, see, same to same question we have solved in the class from ICM material, illustration 8. You can just observe. Same to same. Obviously, the numbers might be different, but even this was same to same, you guys observe. And for those students who has already followed this, now this becomes easy because they will not spend too much time in planning. They already know how it has to be presented. Tuck, 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 they will do it. So to some extent, it will save their time. Yes, you can just observe here. Same to same question, guys. Yeah, fine. Let us move to B. A company manufactures electronic gadgets and uses a specialized component. The company incurs an ordering cost of 1,250 per order. The carrying cost for storing the specialized components is 25 rupees per unit per annum. Per annum is given. Sometimes it will be given per month and all. Please be careful. The company's annual production is 90,000 gadgets. This is the output, guys. Annual production, they have given output. And each gadget requires one component for its assembly. Now, what is the annual requirement of the raw material? It is same, 90,000. Because each unit of output require each 1 unit of raw material. So the raw material consumption per year or annual demand for a raw material is 90,000, guys. Okay. You are required to calculate economic order quantity, that is EOQ, number of orders to be placed in a year. Guys, laddu for 3 marks. Simplest question. Yes. So they have given annual demand, which is 90,000. Ordering cost per order 1,250. Carrying cost per unit per annum 25,000. 25 rupees. Everything is readily given. You need to just apply the formula and calculate. What is the formula to calculate EOQ? Come on. Repeat along with me. What is the formula? EOQ is equal to square root of 2 into annual demand of raw material into ordering cost per order whole divided by carrying cost per unit per annum. Yes, sir. Simplest question, guys. This will not consume time. Yes. So, yes, this is the formula. EOQ is equal to 2 into 90,000 into 1,250. Yeah, 2 is there. 2 is standard. Please be careful. What is the formula to calculate EOQ? Square root of 2 into annual demand into ordering cost per order whole divided by carrying cost per unit per annum. Yes, sir. Chalo. So 2 into 90,000 into 1,000 to 2 is always standard, okay? Divided by 25. So that will give us 3,000 components. So annual demand is 90,000 and EOQ is 3,000, which is nothing but lot size. So divide each other, guys. You will get number of orders. Number of orders in a year. Got it? Yes, sir. Fine. Next, sub question. One more sub question is there. C. 3 marks again. Complete the table regarding accounting entries pertaining to over or under absorption. Over or under 3 absorption of overheads. Okay, fine. Under absorption, stock of finished goods they have given. Finished goods account. Okay, should it be debited or credited? Under absorption. Fine. Over absorption, stock of semi-finished goods, WIP control account. Under absorption, cost of sales account. Okay, fine. Guys, simple. So for all this, consider it is due to normal reasons. So we need to calculate supplementary rate. Okay. Under absorption means, sir, what is observed is already less. Is already less. So now we need to charge something more. Yes. So the under absorption part we need to charge more. So that means stock of finished goods will be debited or credited? Debited. Because it is already debited, but debited less. So what should I do now? Add it. So debit it. Okay. Over absorption means we need to credit it because it is already charged more. More debit is given, excess debit is given. So how will I cancel it now? Giving credit. So I need to give a credit for it. Then under absorption, again same story, we need to debit it because less debit is given. So now we need to adjust it by giving some more debit. Yes. Okay. If it is a finished goods, calculation formula would be what, guys? Supplementary rate. How do we calculate supplementary rate? You know, na? Amount of under absorption or over absorption divided by number of units. Okay. And if there is any WIP units and all, we need to calculate equivalent units. Clear? That is nothing but number of units into percentage of work done. Yes. Okay, fine. We'll see. I will explain in the answer itself. Yes. For under absorption, we need to debit stock of finished goods account, guys. Yes. How do we calculate the value? Units of finished goods, finished stock, that is nothing but closing stock, into supplementary rate per unit. Okay. Then over absorption, stock of semi-finished goods, that is WAP, we need to credit it as it is already over observed. So excess debit has been given. Equivalent completed units. Equivalent completed units into supplementary rate. If you want how to calculate this also, you can show. Equivalent completed units is equal to number of units into degree of completion or the percentage of work completed, guys. Means if 100% work is done, how much is the number of units? We will calculate. Yes. Under absorption, cost of sales account will again be debited. So units sold into supplementary rate per unit, guys. Yes, sir. And for this, so what to debit, what to credit and all, I hope you guys remember it. I already showed it. Just a minute. I will show it again. In overhead chapter, it will come, guys. Yes. So you can see when there is under absorption, we need to debit this accounts. Stock of finished goods is for closing stock of finished goods. This is for WAP, closing stock of WAP, and this is for units sold. This is for under absorption. For over absorption, we need to credit them. Got it? Yes. Fine, guys. So done with this. See, actually, if you observe, for question number 5, we had 3 sub questions, right? Yes. Sub question A will consume more time, whereas B and C will save your time. So loss in one question will be again in another question, guys. Yeah. So actually you can save time in B and C. Fine. Chalo, we'll move forward. Last question, theory question. Define responsibility center and discuss the type of responsibility centers. So 5 marks question, guys. Last question would be theory, as you know. You need to just explain. This is the question on first chapter. In this question paper, actually material costing, especially ABC also they have asked, EOQ also they have asked. Very good. So more number of questions are there on the material especially. Yeah, just a minute, I will show you. You can come to first chapter. Yeah. So responsibility center, you need to just explain this, guys. Cost center, revenue center, profit center, and investment center. Yes. Sure. Fine. We'll move forward. 5 marks question. Then list the advantages of job costing. Yes. Guys, see, once we know what is job costing, where we'll calculate the cost of each job by preparing job cost sheet. So we'll be able to explain the advantages of job costing. That, sir, we will be calculating material cost, labor cost, overhead cost for each and every job. So it will be easy for us to identify what is the cost incurred for each and every job. And we will maintain the cost data separately for each and every job. And this method is followed when when we are working or when we are starting manufacturing as per the customer specifications. So all this you can list out as the advantages of job costing. Oh, next, list the important factor which need consideration for controlling employee cost. So this question is on labor costing, guys. Yeah, you can just come to labor cost, that is chapter 3. I will just show you what you are supposed to write there. Yeah, this one. You're supposed to just write these points. Sir, should we explain it? Not required, guys, because that will take too much time. I don't think they have also explained it here. Just a minute. See, right? Yeah. See, for this, you need to just explain at least 2 to 3 lines, the responsibility centers. Yeah, this one, they've just given, okay, this is job costing. Yeah. This one, they've just given the points. You can also just mention the points. Okay. Then C has one more alternative. Discuss the uses of bill of material in the following departments. Yeah, what is first of all bill of material, guys? See, even this is the question on material costing. So too much weightage in this exam, in September 2025 exams, there is too much weightage on material costing, guys. Yeah, anyway, good. Just a minute. So I will just show you what is bill of material. That will give you the standard quantity of and quality of raw material to be used. Standard quantity and quality of raw material to be used, guys. Yes, sir. Just a minute. Yes, you can see here. In page number 18, I have given some important documents with respect to the purchase procedure or the materials. Yeah, bill of material. It is a detailed list of specifying the standard quantity and quality of material which has to be used in the production process. Means what are you supposed to use? How much are you supposed to use? So this will give you like a standard target to be maintained in the production process, guys. Got it? Yes, sir. Fine. So the material specification list is prepared by the product development. Who prepare this? Product development team, commonly known as engineering or planning department. Okay. So how it will be used by each of this department they have asked. Marketing or purchase department. Marketing is actually for sales. It comes to sales. They have given it for purchase. So let us consider it for raw material. And anything which we discussed in material chapter is with respect to raw material, guys, not output. Okay. So for purchase department, why do we require it? We'll straight away go to the solution and there itself I will explain. For purchase department, in order they should know no what quantity of raw material they have to use in the production and how much, what quality and what quantity of raw material they have to use. Clear? Yes. So in the production process, what quantity and quality of raw material has to be used, we know. Accordingly, the purchase department has to purchase. Yes. So the purchase department has to purchase according to the quantity and quality mentioned in the bill of material, guys. So that is why the purchase department requires bill of material. Same way as I already explained, production department. So they are engaged in production. They should know, sir, which raw material has to be used in which product manufacturing and in what quantity and all. They should ensure that yes, they are used in the right quantity. If not, then it will lead to a loss, guys. Loss or wastage or scrap. Then stores department, they are the one who will store the raw material. They are the one who will store the raw material, so they should know when they are issuing it to the production department what quantity has to be issued and what kind of raw material, because they might be handling different kind of raw material, and even the company might be producing different types of products, and there might be different types of production department P1, P2, P3. So for whom what quantity has to be issued, what quality of raw material has to be issued, and all, they should know it. Then the last one is cost accounting department. In order to anticipate or to estimate the cost and profit, guys. Because based on bill of material, they would have prepared the estimated cost or estimated profit or estimated sales. Especially when they want to calculate estimated cost, one of the important element of cost is the material cost. So how do they calculate the estimated material cost? Using the bill of material. Because once they have planned for production, now for production, assume they have planned for producing 1 lakh units. To produce 1 lakh units, how much raw material I am supposed to use? Assume 2 kg for each unit of output, and for each kg what is the cost? Everything they would have mentioned in bill of material as a standard, guys. Yes, sir. Fine, guys. So this is all about September 2025 question paper. Guys, the easiest paper. See, this is the actual advantage when students solve maximum number of questions in the class. And even I will ask students, even after solving the questions in the class, please you guys also do it independently. Because see, most of the questions are repeated. May not be the same number, but similar questions. Yes, guys, this is the advantage of solving maximum questions in the class, and that is what we do in the class, solving the questions from ICI material, past exams, everything, so that student will be the master of all different kinds of questions before going to the examination all.